You got a lot of Rays. You got Ray Man,
Oh,
Ray
Jay.
Rice, Ray J, Ray William Johnson.
Ray McLeod.
I think that's all the Rays.
R. Kelly.
Is he Ray?
Raymond Kelly.
Is he Raymond Kelly?
Maybe.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I don't know if he's Raymond Kelly or Ray.
My ball name is Ray.
Why?
I don't know what the R stands for in R. Kelly.
Ooh,
Could
don't
easily
look up
be.
R. Kelly.
Why?
Ugh.
I feel like if I just looked up R. Kelly, like his bio would pop up. Like R. Kelly.
Well, don't look it up on Pornhub. That's not good.
Why would? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode.
His name's Robert.
It's Robert Kelly. See, Robert Kelly. All right,
Bobby Kelly, dude.
We're here. We got a brand new episode. We got Jackson. We got Devan back, making his return after like 2 weeks?
3 episodes.
Like
2
3 episodes, like 2 weeks. But you are back. We are here. No Brandon, but that is fine because we need Brandon for Monday, especially when we talk.
What's happening Monday?
When we talk Swamp Kings.
Oh.
We're gonna talk Swamp Kings on Monday when Brandon is here. You know, because obviously, the 2 fucking Gator fans are gonna need to be here to talk about that shit. But
hold on, he's not a Gator fan.
We do have a lot to talk about. We got some NFL.
Is he a Gator fan?
Yeah, he lives there.
I mean, bro's
I thought he was a Miami fan.
No, bro's like from the Ville. Like he's.
Oh shit.
He's like, yeah, no. Brandon's a Gator. I didn't know if you. Did you really not know that?
No.
I mean, I feel like when we talk about the Gators,
I feel like I knew that, but I just assumed he was a Miami. I don't know.
Like I feel like when we talk about Florida on here and he's on here, like I feel like he says like we, like bro, we, hey bro, like we, like I feel like he's never like
he was like AR is kind of nice.
He's never like you and your Gators, like how he is like you. And
no,
your
you're right.
Ravens.
You're right.
Like,
nope, I'm just being stupid. That was.
But I could see that. I could see that if you didn't know where he lives, or if you didn't know that he liked the Miami Heat. I guess that could why you'd be assuming that. I mean, he's a Heat fan, but who else is he gonna pick? Orlando. Ugh, no. We are here. We are back. Jackson, I mean, you're not returning, but because you've been here, but
I mean, I'm technically returning.
You're returning for your first full pod. You came in like 40 minutes late last episode, fresh off the game.
I don't know what I was on. The game.
The game when you ended our streak.
What game?
The Skins game.
The Commanders. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
The Commanders Ravens game.
I was at the Super Bowl.
The future the 2024 Super Bowl.
I was at like the preseason Super Bowl. The
No,
Super Bowl
that will be the 2024 Super Bowl.
Okay.
But y'all did end our streak, so I mean, thanks for that. I guess the only thing we had
Welcome.
left in our franchise, I guess, was our
Honestly.
because the Ravens have nothing to look forward to. I guess because it seemed like people cared a little too much.
Yeah.
Like, are the Ravens going to continue? No, it's like no.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they cared about the streak more than it being broken.
But I feel like it's
just
more
like your guys' rushing streak when you decided to run at the end of the game against the Broncos. You guys like streaks.
I mean, that's a lot more like.
I think both are insignificant, but.
I think
one's more significant.
No, I was gonna say any regular season stat or streak is going to be way more impressive than a preseason streak. But I don't care about the preseason. I just want to know who's playing. Who's going to be the backup corner? Who's going to be the second string corner in Baltimore? Because we don't have any because I'm scared. Now I did see. You know what? I'm not even going to sit here and harp on preseason football.
Don't be scared, bro. Okay.
I'm a little scared. Not of our safeties. Our safeties I think will be good, but our corners with no Marlowe, I'm a little worried.
He's not. How long is he out for?
I know at least
Couple weeks, no?
I know at least a few weeks. He's gonna miss a few weeks. I believe. I don't know how many, but this could be a thing where he ends up getting rushed back in, and he re-injures his toe, and it's just a lingering injury, and then boom, next thing you know, week 16, he's still not fully healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely scared of that. But we do have some NFL to talk about. We actually have a lot of NFL to talk about. We got some off the record to talk about. We have a little bit of NBA to talk about, and then obviously we got our trivia. So, I mean, first thing we can get into. I mean, we can start with the NFL just because we have so much NFL shit to talk about. Let's knock out the maybe insignificant shit. Baker's officially QB1 in Tampa.
That'll last like 3 or 4 weeks.
So that happened. But okay, but I mean, really though, I mean, and they I guess sort of took their time to figure out who was going to be their QB1. Do they really give up after 4 weeks? Because I don't see teams doing that anymore. Like I really feel like that's.
I think it'll be like week 8 or week 9. Like if they're like packing it in, like if they suck, like they'll go to Kyle Trask. Like they'll get rid of Baker.
Okay.
My thing is like unless you're fighting for a playoff spot, I see no reason to have Baker on the field. And yes, I guess they're fighting for a playoff spot because it is the NFC South, but maybe try to develop Kyle Trask. Maybe try to get him some touches in some early games because he's more their future than Baker Mayfield is.
I think the Bucks are looking at it more like you said, like, okay, the Bucks might not have a team that can go and win it all, but to win your division is still important.
Sure.
And if they can, I feel like the Bucks are looking at their team like, and please, no one jump down my throat or like think I'm comparing him to Brady, but I think the Bucks are looking at more.
You don't have to ask me to do that.
I think the Bucks are gonna be more. I think the Bucks were thinking more like, we need to just get a vet under center.
Sure.
Like we need to get an experienced guy, somewhat experienced.
He is a vet for sure.
But I'm saying like he doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to. Well, I wouldn't say as bad as like a travel man, like a journeyman, like Ryan Fitzpatrick, but it doesn't have to be some guy that still has a bunch of hope. Like maybe we'll talk about the Cowboys in a little bit, but it's like Baker Mayfield to me. I feel like our takes, and this podcast wouldn't be a thing without this, but I feel like our takes would be a lot different without like the biased memes about players. Like if Baker wasn't such a joke or easy to make fun of, we wouldn't be talking about him as much or talking as bad about him as we would be. Because there are.
I think we can still talk bad.
I don't care.
He's not a great quarterback.
There's not 20 quarterbacks in the league, 20 starting quarterbacks in the league better than him.
I'm not going to name 20.
I think I would agree with that.
But I'm saying, I was going to say, I'll let you sit here all day if you want, Devin.
But that's the lower 50 percentile. That's no good.
Okay, I mean, but then I think you can argue 15 then if you want to argue. But I'm saying like, all I'm saying is,
we've done this before. We've gone through 15.
For instance, I was just and this thought was just on my mind because I was like, wow, like I really feel like we wouldn't be making like I feel like Rudy Gobert wouldn't be as much of a joke if he didn't start COVID or do that because right after that it was boom, we're making fun of Rudy Gobert for this, and it doesn't matter what he does on the court, he's just a joke, and if he's brought up,
well, he doesn't produce on the court either. We're allowed to make fun of him for not producing on the court.
But Devin,
not coming through on their promise to be a great playoff team.
Devin, let's be real. Do you know that?
Know what?
That he's producing or not? Because I can't tell you if he's producing or not. I don't pay attention to Rudy Gobert.
No, I was following the fucking Timberwolves because these jackasses decided to put them as a top team in the fucking NBA.
Well, they
So I was
did.
like, I'm gonna watch over
Okay,
these
but
fuckers
is
and see
Cat
how much they suck.
is Cat not another example? Is Cat every day on his podcast just having the most ridiculous quotes going all over Twitter and Instagram? Like people, when Cat is brought up, and we do the same thing. We bring a player up and we're talking about how it's going to impact this team, and the first thing we say might be a joke about some shit that doesn't even have to do with their on the field or on the court talent or skill. I'm just saying,
Sure,
like, it is funny to make fun of.
but
Baker
sometimes
Mayfield.
it relates, like Russell Wilson. He's dumb off the field and he's fucking dumb on the field.
Okay, but it's like okay, when Russ is good, it's like Russ is good, but he's a cornball. And then when Russ is bad, it's like Russ sucks and he's a cornball.
And he's doing fucking
okay,
jumping jacks on a goddamn flight.
but you could flip it though. I was on the podcast last week going like, bro, fuck Derek Carr. We need to get Jameis Winston in the game. I just like Jameis Winston as a person, off the field personality. I know he's not gonna do shit for a football team if he's the starting quarterback. It's 2023. Jameis Winston ain't doing shit for a team, but because of how I feel just about him and how he's been perceived just through social media and shit, I love Jameis Winston. I want to see him play and get as much coverage as possible. Not because he's good. It's because he's funny.
But does anyone want to see Baker Mayfield on or off the field?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, just the fact that, like, why wouldn't you want to see Baker Mayfield on or off the field? Because somebody's dad might send highlights of their son not getting targeted as much as they'd like, or what? Because there's 20 other quarterbacks that haven't succeeded for the Cleveland Browns in the last 25 years. So
yeah, and they all took flack for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, you can't. No, you can't do that because it's just like, oh, Baker's just another Johnny Manziel. It's like he's not. He's not.
No one said he is. He's better than Johnny Manziel. No one here said he was. You're taking people's takes from the internet and you're taking them like they're like real shit.
I'm saying when if I asked you about Baker Mayfield, and be honest, and I'm not calling you out or anything. I'm just saying like this is how people talk about players sometimes. If I asked you about Baker Mayfield just off the cuff, one of the first three things you're gonna say is like something about him getting tackled by that cop. It's gonna have nothing to do with football.
Because it's funny.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
talking about Baker Mayfield's on the field is not that funny.
But I'm saying nobody really does it. Nobody really sits down and actually talks about
because there's not much there.
But when I sit down and go like maybe he is a top 15, 20 quarterback, it's like,
that's middle of the road. It's not something to talk about.
Bro, we got players like Trey Lance who are getting traded for this and going for that and are absolute busts and are like 24 years old.
Trey Lance has played one game.
And he's already considered a bust. So just the fact that
because
Baker Mayfield is
the 49ers somehow value Sam Darnold over Trey Lance.
That's what I'm saying. And if you asked me who's better, Sam Darnold or Baker, I don't know if I'm just crazy, but I'm taking Baker by a mile.
I'm taking Baker
by a fucking mile.
Well, they both played together last year, and they both fucking sucked.
But did he not? But the Panthers sucked. The Panthers sucked. Hold on. What I'm saying is, if you're the Bucks, you can go. All right, we got a decent team that could win this division this year. We can maybe at least get a division title. Let's put a vet quarterback. If we have a veteran quarterback in, we could start the journey, this Kyle Trask journey. But this might end up in a 5 or 6 win season and just a project year, and we're wasting one of the last good years for Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and their the people on their defensive side of the ball. So I think they're gonna take a shot with someone like Baker. And with that being said, I don't think it's just whatever, Baker sucks. He's at least top 20. He's at least something. Like he's something.
Yeah, I think people write him off as like one of the worst quarterbacks, like should be a backup, that kind of thing. But if you actually like sit down and look at his play, like, I mean, he's not horrible by any means, but he's not the best by any means. He's like Devan said, he's middle of the pack. Whether you want to talk about that or not, that's up to you. But we do. So
and before before last season, if you told me, yo, Geno Smith's going to go to Seattle and lead them to a playoff berth, I would laugh in your face.
Right.
Sure.
I would have laughed in your fucking face. I've been like,
But
Geno
you
Smith.
really,
And you know what I would have
really
said?
think-
You know what I would have said, Devin? That guy that got hit in the jaw in the locker room, I would have said nothing about his play. I would have just made a joke about him and moved on. But no, then out of nowhere, Geno Smith takes a team that might be worse. That's, okay, worse than this Tampa Bay team. And he took them to the playoffs. And they're in the
Sure.
they're both in the NFC. It's a they can both, with the divisions they're in. Well, Seattle, they got to fight a little bit harder, but the Bucks, the Bucks with a Baker Mayfield could win their division.
Sure.
That's not
Do I
saying
expect
much,
them to?
but that's not saying nothing at all.
No, it's not saying nothing, but I mean, how good of a season do we expect Baker to have? Do we expect him to throw for 3,500, 4,000 yards? Probably not.
Mikey has Tampa winning that division.
I have Tampa winning the division.
Who else has a potential in that division?
The Saints.
Well, you have the Saints,
Fair.
who Jackson feels strongly optimistic about.
Yeah, I do.
You have the
But then at the same time,
Panthers, who have some new talent on their team.
The Panthers,
No.
and call me crazy, and I know you're gonna know this right away, but I was just like sitting passenger because I'm still not allowed to drive. I'm just chilling. I'm just like, wow. It just hit me. I'm like, wow. What if Atlanta won the South?
Dude, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think the NFC South is going to be as horrendously bad as they were the past couple of years.
The NFC South.
I don't think they are.
But why?
Wait. What do you mean though?
I mean, the Saints, I don't have a lot of hope for them.
Wait,
The Panthers.
Did you say you don't think the NFC South is as bad? What did you say? Are you cut out?
They're not going to be as bad as they were for the past couple of years.
Well,
it's not going to be as fucking terrible as it
before
was.
you explain to me why they won't be as bad this year, it depends on how far back you go, because 4 years ago you had like Matt Ryan Falcons, you had Drew Brees Saints, you had
then last year.
Okay, so you can't go too far back, because once you go back, it's like, no, the NFC South was like that.
I mean, they're not gonna. It's still gonna be. I mean, the team that's gonna win is probably gonna have 10 wins at max 11. None of these teams are gonna be fighting for a spot, but I don't think they're gonna be the worst division in football again.
I think they'll be bottom
Maybe.
tier.
Who knows?
I think they'll be bottom tier.
They'll definitely be. Yeah, you're right. That's fair.
Top 3 worst divisions, I think they'll be in that conversation for sure.
I don't even think they're in that conversation. I think if they aren't in that conversation, then that's amazing. But they are that conversation.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you're right.
You think of the bottom 3 divisions. The first one you're going to name is the South.
The South on both sides.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess moving on from Baker.
But you are hyping up. I don't know if you're protecting him or you're hyping him up. I feel like you're more protecting him than you are expecting him to have a great season. Personally, like non-sports take, like off the podcast, I don't give a shit what Baker does. Sure.
I'm not dying on a Baker Mayfield hill, because me personally, I want to see Kyle Trask play. I want to see him.
So do I.
I'd like to see him be the quarterback week 1, QB1 week 1.
A 6'5" redhead. He's got a spot as a top 12 quarterback.
But I'm just trying to think how the Bucks are thinking possibly, and trying to make the best out of that situation, because now that when I really think about it, saying the Bucks could go and win and make the playoffs next year isn't crazy.
They still got Evans and Godwin for now. So
and a solid defense. They're not terrible. They are if okay, I'll put it to you like this. If Tom Brady did not retire and was on the Bucks, we'd still be talking about them like they were Tom Brady and the fucking Bucks.
I think it would go like Philly, Niners, Bucks.
Yeah, I mean we're just, they're a quarterback away, but they're in that weird pocket where they can't really tank. Like, they're not bad enough to tank.
No,
Unless
because
they
do have a
obvious.
decent defense.
Like
Yes,
the Cardinals, which I kind of want to talk about because I don't know if y'all realize, but
they're tanking.
they're dialing up. Bro at USC, what's his name?
Caleb.
Yeah, they're
Caleb Williams.
they're dialing that number up
He
right
said
now.
he might stay another year.
No, that's bullshit. Why would he do that? Don't do that.
He's not because this was gonna happen because Arizona's been making these trades away. I'd say the biggest one is the Isaiah Simmons trade
Yeah, for nothing.
for what, a seventh
nothing.
round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Seventh
nothing.
round pick. That is insane. Goes to the Giants, which I wanted to ask y'all if y'all thought that made a big difference on the Giants. I personally think that will make their defense better potentially, but
Yeah.
with their lackluster offense, I don't really know how that will impact them for their
Right.
entirety as a team and their success.
Is he playing both safety and linebacker, or is he just playing linebacker?
I believe he's,
I mean, he'll play both.
Okay.
you know, he's kind of like a forward in the NBA. He can just play wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Like he's
And
like it's well,
not great at either.
that was like more of a it was the better analogy, or not analogy, but instead of that analogy I should have just said like in 2023, like if you are a big DB or a small linebacker or a huge athletic guy or vice versa, it's like you can play like, remember like Deion Buchanan, who's like the size of a safety, but he would line up at like middle linebacker, like
Sure.
for like I can't remember if it was Arizona or
That sounds right. Buchanan on Arizona.
either way, it's like Isaiah Simmons is one of those guys, like Kyle Hamilton. He's gonna be running not linebacker, but he can play the corner, he can play the safety position. Either way, Arizona I think is tanking
100%.
I would hope so.
because the report.
I don't
came
even
out-
know if Kyler's going to play next year.
Did you see that report?
No, but that's
So-
just me being, I guess, smart.
So
Like
there
why
was-
would you?
There was a report that came out that said I guess reportedly Kyler, they're not expecting to play Kyler at all this year and will trade him.
Huh.
You trade Kyler.
It says they're looking to pick up, or did they? No, they picked up Josh Dobbs.
Bro,
Cool. Yeah.
trade away Kyler. It's okay. A couple questions. Is Kyler worth a first round pick?
Not anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, full year off of ACL tear.
I think so. Why not?
Why wouldn't he be?
I mean,
Why wouldn't he be?
people were fighting over Peyton Manning. I know that's Peyton Manning, two totally different situations, but he had his whole neck surgically repaired.
Yeah, but he was still an MVP quarterback.
Right.
But why?
I mean,
Kyler is not.
Kyler was in the conversation for a while, the MVP conversation.
So was fucking Kirk Cousins. So
Okay.
Kyler,
I think people would take both those quarterbacks. Maybe not for a first for Kirk because he's older, but
hold on.
Kyler's still 27.
26.
Why is Kyler not worth a first round draft? Why is he not worth a first round pick?
Maybe he is. I mean, I don't know a team currently who would.
I'm just
Take
saying.
a Kyler Murray.
You said no. So,
I mean, they
why?
just
Why
not to
why
jump the gun, but they just traded Trey Lance for a fourth. Why wouldn't Kyler be worth a first?
I don't know if that helps the conversation at all.
I think that tremendously helps the conversation.
Where
If
do
Trey
you-
Lance,
So how good? do
Trey
you think-
Lance, who's a 23-year-old quarterback who has potential,
Kyler's
hasn't
3 years older and has shown way more potential than him.
sure, but he hasn't. I mean,
You can't just say
last
four.
year was shitty.
Well, sure, but
Yes, last year was shitty. What quarterback hasn't had a bad year besides Patrick Mahomes?
That's fair.
but
I
no,
don't. Yes,
but
maybe
no,
he's
but
worth.
so- But I'm saying,
I would
so
say a second. Maybe he gets traded for a player. I don't know.
maybe we haven't talked about this. Well, I'm thinking they're going to trade Kyler for that pick to get Caleb Williams.
I don't know.
You
if
think he's worth
that.
an early first?
I don't know if you would do that.
You think he's worth a first overall pick?
You give me Kyler, maybe some other picks. We talk about something else. Yeah, I'll give you the first round pick. for like a guy that could be really good or bust for a guy that
But
I
also at
know.
the same time, you have
I
to remember, like, people that pick in the top 5, 10 normally don't have a quarterback. So would you take probably the best prospect since Trevor Lawrence? I don't know. Like, the best prospect since
like
then.
if
Or
if if, if you're a team that has the potential to be so bad that you're going to get the first overall pick, you're sticking with Caleb Williams. You're not taking Kyler Murray.
I would agree with that. If they made the trade, let's say at the deadline, where the order could still shake up a little bit, I would 100% do that.
Yeah.
And if
But
it
you're
ends up
either
being the first pick, so be it. Like, you already did it.
But either way, it's two bad teams that are. One's going to have Kyler Murray and one's going to have Caleb Williams.
Right, right.
So
I mean,
you're basically saying, would you rather have a bad team with a rookie or a bad team with a somewhat of an experienced veteran? I'd probably take the experienced veteran over the rookie.
I would take the rookie if it's Caleb Williams.
I guess
That's me.
like if I'm on the clock, right, and I can either trade the pick to Arizona for Kyler and whatever else, if it's whatever else, or take Caleb Williams, I would probably go Caleb Williams because you have people in that room that are going to want to develop him. Maybe they don't necessarily want to develop Kyler further.
But with what?
What do you mean?
What is Arizona gonna develop Caleb Williams with? Hollywood Brown?
I mean, they got
No,
that.
but if you're a team that's going to be tanking
I don't know.
and you expect to get a first round pick or a first overall pick, I would hope that they would put something together.
I mean, I was about to say, you guys are also assuming Caleb Williams is just gonna be better than Kyler with a worse team.
No, we're not saying he's going to be better with a worse team, but I'm saying he has more potential than a Kyler Murray right now.
I guess when you get to throw in the Pac-12, yeah, you look really good, but he's gonna have to throw in the NFL one day, and it's gonna be a way different conversation. So, I mean, you know.
I mean,
I
that's
don't know.
very true.
I like Kyler
I
Murray.
think-
I think Kyler Murray healthy. I don't know if it's the recency bias, like kind of Deshaun Watson, but like Kyler Murray's up there when we're talking quarterbacks, especially. I mean, not to easily be like, oh, dual threat,
Well,
but like
anyone looks good with D-Hop.
before D-Hop.
I mean,
Yeah,
D-Hop suspended the first 6 games last year,
That's
so
what I'm
like,
saying,
how many
like-
games did he have with D-Hop?
He didn't play
Probably like
much
4.
with D-Hop. I liked Kyler before D-Hop, and I liked Kyler. Kyler, to me, people talked about Kyler how people are talking about Justin Fields now, but I actually believed it.
About who, sorry?
People talked about how people are talking about Justin Fields now is how people used to talk about Kyler, but I believed it.
Right.
Like I was
Because
like,
you saw it.
like I was like, yeah, no, like no, he's raw. Like, yeah, he's like that. Like a lot of people are talking about, I don't know, like the potential of Justin Fields when I feel like Kyler Murray could like really like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping and maybe he can't get the job done, but at the same
Kyler
time,
Murray walked so Justin Fields could run.
but at the same
No.
time, I'm gonna let you go.
It
Oh, go
seems
ahead, go
like,
ahead.
but Arizona has no hope in this guy. For whatever reason, it seems like they don't want him at all. They don't want him on the field. They don't want him when he comes back from injury. They could give a shit. It's odd. They're definitely going to trade him at some point. And yeah, maybe they're tanking for Caleb, or maybe they're going to trade for a high pick or something. I don't know.
So, but just to kind of go back to the Kyler argument, like I don't really like the whole but like he had D-Hop, because to me personally, I feel like how many quarterbacks or teams have you seen where it was like, all right, you got this quarterback and he's finally primed with this wide receiver 1, this top 10, top 15 wide receiver, maybe top 5 in some cases, top 3 in some cases, and it just doesn't work out. Because at the end of the day, we've had this conversation over and over again. Most teams don't win with a top 5. Most teams don't. Super Bowl champions don't have a lot of top 3 receivers in the league, top 5 receivers in the league. Maybe Kelsey or not Kelsey, but maybe like Hill and Mahomes switch that up for a little bit. But now you take Hill and what do? You prime Tua up with Tyreek Hill, and nothing's gonna happen. So I mean, sure, yeah, Kyler had D Hop, but I mean, so did Deshaun Watson. And what did they have? You had a good quarterback, a really good receiver, and like a pretty bad team around you. So I mean, and what did Kyler have? Pretty much, he had a good receiver, a team okay, and just a more of a withering J.J. Watt than
But
Deshaun
he had
Watson
Deshaun
had.
Watson. I mean,
Yeah.
but he had Deshaun Jackson. He didn't, but
He's got the new Deshaun Jackson, the Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Well, Hollywood Brown's like
Uh-huh.
5% of what Deshaun Jackson is.
1%.
1%. Which you still eating pizza over there? The Orioles win.
That was one, dude.
Want to talk?
80 wins, son.
Want to talk
80
baseball? Are the
fucking
Orioles?
wins.
Are the Orioles? I mean, I wear an Orioles hat every pod, so I might as well ask you: are the Orioles like good this year or something?
They're
We're the best in the
team.
AL right now. Best team in the AL. We're good.
Okay. All right.
Very
There
good.
you go. Shout out to the baseball.
We're gonna win
fans.
the AL East.
What do I want to talk about? Because I'm kind of over the Kyler talk. I think we kind of established how we feel about Kyler Murray and Caleb Williams. But I do want to get into, I guess, a couple of these. I found a couple articles I wanted to go over. A couple of things that caught my eye. Now, the first one I saw, it was not Devin, but even Devin, you'll be interested in this. But Jackson, I know you will for sure be interested in this because kind of some over-under talk. I saw, I believe it was the AFC South and the AFC North's over-under for total wins next season.
Okay.
So I wanted to pull that up, give y'all the line, see how y'all felt about it. If I can fucking get to it, because holy shit. Here we go. Over-unders on win totals. It was for the AFC North and South. So, we can start with wherever they start. So, they start with the North. They start with the Cincinnati Bengals. 11.5.
Ooh.
You got to put money down. What are you going
Under.
If I was a betting man,
And not without looking at the schedule.
I'm not looking at the schedule.
Under.
But I'm just saying, like, just
With the way that the AFC North is set up now, they're not going to win as many divisional games as they did in the past. Yeah. If I was betting, I'm taking the under. They're not winning. Maybe they're winning 12. I don't know, but
see, that's the thing. Like, they could win.
How many did they win last year? 13? 12?
I
know they missed the game, but
I would say it was definitely up there. But see, the thing is, it's like that's the thing. They could get screwed and win 10, and could have won 13 games. But
Yeah.
they could easily win 12. But I mean, even 11.
All right. They won 12 last year, and that's with the Ravens struggling. That's with the Browns, who were really bad, and the Steelers, who were iffy.
I'll go max 11. So I'll take the under. I'll take the under.
Yeah.
Devin, did you say you picked under?
Under.
Baltimore Ravens. Wow, this is crazy. 9.5.
Over. That's nuts.
9.5. Okay.
All right. So
9.5.
just because of what we were talking about, like our 1 through 7, our playoff predictions, I'm gonna go over because I said I think the rest of the teams in the AFC can all be like 10-7 in the wild card kind of thing. So I think the Ravens are. I think they're guaranteed 9, but I think they'll steal 1 or 2.
And
the Ravens were 10-7 last year without Lamar for 6 games.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're going 10-7 again. They're going to win at least 12 games, I think.
It was like a 10-7 team with an offense that only worked because you had Lamar Jackson.
And then you lost Lamar Jackson.
And then you just had Tyler Huntley. Which, no disrespect to Tyler Huntley. Hey, I fuck with
Still
you,
won
bro.
some games.
You should have beat Green Bay. I know. Which we could have been 11-6. Was that not? That was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Am I mixing up years? I'm sorry. Everything's the same year since 2020. But
Should have beat the Bengals for sure if you didn't try to jump the pile. But
bro,
that's
Tyler. I know we said this before, but Tyler Huntley almost won a playoff game.
he was that close.
Tyler Huntley almost won a playoff game. He was that fucking close to winning a playoff game. And should have.
And that's why I think the Bengals aren't that fucking good.
I don't think they're that good either, but who knows? I think 9.5 is very generous. It's a super generous line, and I think people are hammering the over for the Ravens.
I would hope so.
say that whether with or without a Ravens scripture on my fucking arm, and not being a Ravens fan, I would think I'd hammer the over too. I mean, 9.5. That's a little. So let's go. So Steelers, they just have 9, which I don't like that. 9.
So 8.5.
I like 8.5.
No, not
Huh?
9 even, right?
Yeah.
I would go under.
Yeah.
If it's 9 even.
I mean, I can see the Steelers having and like I know this will sound a little dumb, but like a successful 7-10 year, where it's like they win like a couple good games, like but like even the games they lose, like they're not bad losses. Like they show glimpse of like hope in the future. Like they have guys like we don't know what Kenny Pickett can be, and besides him, I mean their defense is still their defense.
They got dogs
They got Pickett,
on offense, too. George Pickens, Deontay Johnson.
They got Pickens, dog. Deontay Johnson, dog.
Dog.
Najee Harris, dog.
Dog.
That's what I'm saying. They got fair.
I'm taking the over here.
Fair youth, dog. But I'm taking
the over. I think they're good for 10 wins.
I don't know. I got to take the under and say this is the first year Mike Tomlin has a losing season.
I'm taking the over. I think they're going to be better than they were last year, and I think the Bengals are going to fall to second or third in this division.
So the Steelers are going to have the same amount of wins as the Ravens?
No, I'm saying the Ravens are going to have 12 or 13 wins.
9.5 for the Browns.
Under. Hard under.
Hard under? What are you smoking? What are you talking? What?
Under.
So any team that wouldn't be named the Cleveland Browns that had Deshaun Watson, a full healthy Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb, we would not be talking about them like this. It would not be a hard under.
All right. Maybe it's not a hard under, but I'm taking the under on 9.5.
I think they get 8. So I'm going under.
Like even if they win, I think they could win 9 games, but they're not winning 10 games.
So I'm gonna combine I'm gonna combine Jackson and my playoff theories together, and because I have the Browns potentially stealing a 7th seed spot in the playoffs, and Jackson believes that the wild card teams don't go under 10 wins, I'm gonna have to take the over on this. Because I do think the Browns can come out and steal a playoff spot because they're not a bad team. They're just named the Cleveland Browns. And that's the problem. Because they're the Browns, we go, oh, fuck them. But Deshaun Watson Deshaun Watson will be a top 10, no question quarterback next year if he stays healthy. I would go harder and say 7, but I'll say top 10. Top 10, healthy, 17 games. I got Deshaun Watson going. I got easily top 10.
Do we know he can stay healthy? No.
I mean, he
wasn't hurt.
I was going to say he wasn't hurt. He got suspended for the shit.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, I mean,
he's been hurt before. He could get hurt. Who knows?
Well,
but I don't think.
No, he tore his ACL and then made the playoffs the year after. So, I think he's good. He didn't play last year because of the massage shit. He's actually super healthy. On that.
What happened with the massage stuff?
Oh, that was good. That was funny.
Dude, they were just fixing his injuries, you know.
But no, I think
he had a boo boo. He had a boo boo on his dinky.
I could easily see the Browns under winning only 7 or 8 games, but I personally think that they could come out, go 10-7, steal a win from Cincinnati, steal a win from Pittsburgh. Like, I think they can. I think Cleveland could be that secret little sneaky.
Call me crazy. I think the Steelers have more hope than the Browns do.
Hope, like, for the next, 5 years or this season?
No, for this year.
Why?
What receivers do they have? Amari Cooper? Do they even still have him? I don't even know who the fuck are the Browns receivers. Who's he throwing the fucking rock to?
Yes, he's throwing.
Can you
the
name?
Ball. He's throwing the ball to Amari Cooper.
Fucking cool. Doesn't mean dick to me.
Jackson?
Who else does he have?
I mean, I think
No. We're not talking about Amari Cooper like he's the fucking best player in the league.
I think the Browns receiving core, like Amari Cooper, whoever else they have, might be a stronger receiving core than the Ravens.
Yeah, but the Ravens
Deshaun
Both have
Watson.
top 10 quarterback. Deshaun Watson has a top 10 running back. Probably a better O-line. Not a better defense, but I don't know. I would, yeah.
I mean, so Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Marquise Goodwin. Yeah, no, he's got some guys to throw to. David Njoku's still there. Yeah, no, he's got guys to throw to. You're tripping.
he doesn't have.
You're tripping.
You're talking about a 32-year-old Marquise Goodwin?
You're tripping.
He's still
Yeah,
fast.
at wide receiver 3, the same way we're talking about a 29-year-old Brandon Cooks. Yes, I am. You just said, oh, George Pickens and Deontay Johnson. Okay, Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I think Pickens and Deontay will be better next year.
Okay, but would you rather have Deshaun Watson or Pickett throwing the ball?
Deshaun, but
That's what I'm saying. So I'm taking Deshaun.
Again.
I'm taking Deshaun throwing to those two guys over Kenny Pickett throwing to those two guys. You know what I'm saying?
I believe the Steelers will win more games than the Browns next year.
I know, but I want to know why though. I'm just asking.
That's
you why.
what I believe. I
know,
said
I
no.
know,
I don't
I
know
know.
why. I don't know why.
I wanna
It's
know
in
why.
my balls. I can feel it.
That's all I want.
Pickett's gonna have a breakout season. Najee's gonna go dummy. Their defense is stacked.
Well, I'm just saying because you
They got
said,
Minka. They got TJ. They got dogs on that whole fucking team.
All right, so when it comes to fantasy draft time, you're drafting the Steelers roster,
No.
and that's your team.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm taking George Pickens over Amari Cooper. I'm not picking
No
Amari
way.
Cooper. I don't like
No,
Amari
you're
Cooper.
not, bro. Stop.
Amari
it.
Cooper's 30 years old. He's not doing
That
dick
doesn't
this year,
matter. Amari Cooper,
dude. OBJ's 30 years old. You talk shit about him?
But Amari Cooper.
He tore his ACL 12 times.
He said fuck about an ACL. Is he going to blow it again?
Maybe.
He just might. But I'm saying, you said, okay, well, who is Deshaun Watson throwing to? Because I said, why aren't the Browns going to be
Yeah,
good?
and you gave me 3 middle of the pack receivers.
Middle of the pack. Amari Cooper is not middle of the pack, bro. Do we have to do this? Are we? Why? I mean, okay. CeeDee Lamb is great, but how far is he going to go with Dak Prescott throwing in the ball? Amari Cooper was great, but how far did he go with Dak Prescott throwing the ball? Amari Cooper had 1,100 yards last year, 9 touchdowns.
With nobody at quarterback. With Brissett.
With Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, middle of the pack.
All right, how many of those were fucking garbage time because they weren't playing real games?
It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's still 1,100 yards.
Fuck? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Garbage time?
Just fucking wait.
All right, I'll wait. I'll see. Let's talk about
Amari Cooper hasn't made a Pro Bowl in fucking 4 years.
He had 1,160 yards last year and 9 touchdowns.
Who cares?
That's not middle of the pack. If D-Hop did that last
year... Does
year...
that mean you win games?
If D-Hop did that last year... But you could potentially win more games than the Steelers.
I don't think they are.
Okay. But either way, you're talking about the 2 dumbest kids in class and who's smarter. Like, okay, like, whatever. Like, I guess. Like, I mean, either way, if the Browns don't have more wins than the Steelers, that's because the Steelers had 9 wins and the Browns had 8. It's not going to be like, oh, Browns hard under.
I think the Steelers are going to make a playoff run. The Steelers are going to...
A playoff run?
Not a run, but a run to the playoffs.
You don't
Not a
think
playoff
there's
run.
7 teams in the AFC better than the Steelers?
I think the Steelers can make the playoffs.
You don't
I think we
there's-
should go back and watch the Road to the Super Bowl episode with the Steelers and see
Yeah,
what Devin said.
I would love to see
It's
what
probably
Devin
different.
said, because it definitely hasn't, and nothing's really changed. So I would love to know what made you change all of a sudden. I think you were fighting so hard because against the Browns that you're like, no, the Steelers.
I'm not fighting against the Browns.
You've went so far to playoff.
No. I don't care what the Browns do. I don't think the Browns are going to be shit next year.
There's 2 teams.
I don't care about Deshaun Watson. I don't care about fucking Amari Cooper.
There are 2 teams in every division in the AFC that are potentially better than the Steelers. And you think they can make the playoffs?
That's not true.
That is very true.
There's 2 AFC South teams that are better.
Potentially.
Yeah.
All right, you're hyping up the Colts too much, brother.
We're not talking about the Colts.
Who are you talking about? The Titans?
I would say the Titans and the Jags are better than the Steelers right now.
That's false. That's crazy.
So, so George Pickens and Najee's better than Derrick Henry and D-Hop.
Yes.
That's insane.
Devin, come on, bro.
When Ryan Tannehill's throwing the ball, you can't tell me that they're going to be a fucking great team.
But when I say Deshaun Watson's throwing the ball, you're like, who cares? It doesn't. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's catching the ball. It matters who's throwing the ball. And if Deshaun Watson is throwing the ball,
Deshaun Watson's going to have as good of a season as he did when he was in Houston. He hasn't played much football. He didn't do much last year. He played fucking 6 games.
You want to talk about
games.
What did Houston have besides? What did Houston have besides D-Hop?
Nothing.
In the AFC too.
And D-Watt was a top 5 fucking quarterback.
Guys,
so I'm saying
the Steelers are making the playoffs.
No, they're not. There's 2 teams in every division better than the Steelers right now.
No, the Titans are not better.
Okay. There's 2 teams besides the AFC South better than the Steelers in every division right now.
Perfect.
Okay, and then
so that means they only need one.
So then let me go even further. The AFC East, there's 3 teams better than the Steelers. The AFC North, in my opinion, there's 3 teams better than the Steelers. The AFC West, there could be potentially 3 teams better than the Steelers. So what are we talking about?
That's potentially all 4.
All 4.
What are we talking about? We're
That's
talking
10
about
teams.
the Steelers are going to make the playoffs.
The Steelers are not making the playoffs. This will be the first year Mike Tomlin
are going to make the playoffs.
There's no way you think the Steelers are. Why? You haven't told me why are the Steelers making the playoffs?
Why? Because I said it. That's why, dude.
No,
what are you talking about?
Okay, Jags 10.
Jags 10 what? Oh, that's their line?
Over.
That's a toughie.
Well, you just dick sucked the fuck out of the Steelers, so I really hope the Jags are. Your Super Bowl fucking favorites next year. Holy shit! I mean, holy shit. What do you got?
I'll say over, but maybe. I mean, I think they got 10 wins in them.
Are the Steelers better than the Jags?
I think they will be.
Oh my god,
Devin.
This is crazy.
Can you be serious for a second, bro?
I'm being serious.
So when you went on vacation, did you just forget everything that goes on in sports? Or
I smoked a bunch of meth.
He went on a fucking ayahuasca.
No, but like for real. No, but for real. Remember, like,
ayahuasca.
remember.
I was hanging out with A-Rod doing fucking peyote, dude.
These seconds are paid for. So for real, like you're telling me the Steelers are like really good now. Like now we're at the point where like no, the Steelers are like good.
From what evidence?
From what?
George Pickens is going to be a top receiver. Deontay Johnson is a great.
Stop. Top what?
6, 7.
Wow. He wasn't even on Cowherd's best quarterback and receivers list.
Don't fucking bring up fucking Colin Cowherd on this fucking show.
You sound like Colin Cowherd. You sound like Colin Cowherd. You sound like something Colin Cowherd would say, and we will be making fun of right now on the podcast. Like, but you just keep doing this. Like, we're doing a podcast. Tell me why. Tell me why the Steelers are going to be good. Don't say.
I just told you.
Don't say because I think so. Tell me why. I just told you 10 reasons why 10 teams are going to be better than the Steelers. So why?
Najee's top 6 or 7 running back.
Nick Chubb's top
Pickens
5.
is going to be a top quarterback. I mean, not top quarterback, top receiver. Pickens, not Pickett.
And
I think Pickett
but Pickett
have
is
a much better year this year.
So he's better than Trevor Lawrence.
No.
Okay.
But what is ETN going to do in the run game? I don't think he's going to be a phenomenal running back next year. He's going to have impact.
If you don't think Derrick Henry is better than Nick Chubb, I don't really think you think much of ETN at all, I guess.
Derrick Henry is better than Nick Chubb.
You know, maybe 2 minutes ago you said the complete opposite, right?
When did I say that?
Jackson, help me out here. I said D-Hop and Derrick Henry or Nick Chubb or were we talking about the
No, you said
No, I said I'm taking the Browns because they have Tannehill. I don't give a fuck what the Titans do because they have Tannehill. Derrick Henry's a better running back and D-Hop's a better receiver than Amari Cooper. But you got Ryan Tannehill throwing you the fucking football. So I don't think they're going to be better than the Steelers.
Okay. Because you think Pickett's better than Tannehill?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And it's the Titans.
It's the fucking Steelers.
Well,
they're not good this year. I mean, I'm just astonished because I'm going to go back and watch like 10 different episodes of you just absolutely shitting all over the Steelers. And I'm going to be like,
I'm making a hot take.
It's
a hot soup.
But
right
your
now.
hot take,
I'm making hot
your
soup.
hot take's got to make sense. Like if I ate this soup, like it'd be COVID. Like there'd be no taste. Like I'm like, what's in this? Like what is?
There's bat
like,
in my soup.
You have warm.
I got a bat
You
soup.
gave me a warm bowl. You gave me a warm
chicken of the cave.
You gave me a warm bowl of water and said, "Here, Steelers are going to be
soup.
Great next year." Soup. Like no, bro.
Soup.
No, I'm sorry.
I think they're going to win 10 games.
I think
they're going to win 10 games and maybe fight for a playoff spot.
I hate to come down on you, but that's your worst take ever on this podcast. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
No, your entire Steelers rant for the last 15 minutes, that's some of your worst takes ever.
Okay. We can go back and look at all your takes that have changed and that weren't that fucking great.
Yeah, but I'm not saying the Steelers are going to be a top 7 team in the AFC next year. The AFC is
I think they can be.
Loaded. But then when I say why, you go, because I think so.
I know. I gave you reasons, dude.
Okay, what are your reasons?
We went over this.
What are your reasons?
I think Pickens is a top receiver or will be a top receiver in the league. Deontay's a great number 2. You got a great running back. You got a quarterback who played well in college, who showed signs of great football last year, made a shit ton of mistakes.
Tim Tebow,
but he's a good quarterback. Tim Tebow sucks ballsack.
Tim Tebow Tim Tebow has more playoff wins than Pickett, so you can.
I watched that whole documentary, and all I heard was this fucking lispy ass motherfucker talk about Jesus. I don't care. Fuck Tim Tebow. The Steelers might win a playoff game. No, I didn't mean that. No, they might make the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
Tim Tebow beat the Steelers in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, he did.
And he has
10 years ago.
He has more wins than Kenny Pickett. And honestly, the same amount of
Kenny Pickett was a rookie.
The same amount of playoff wins as like the last 10 years of Washington's play, so
all right, there's no way you're comparing Tim Tebow.
No. I'm just a little offended. You came at like my favorite player ever a little too hard right there. I just said your I just said your Steelers take was bad, or maybe one of your worst takes ever. You just came at like my reason I love Florida football. Like Jesus Christ. I mean,
but you're comparing.
Like, first of all,
Tim Tebow
we're talking
Kenny
about
Pickett.
No.
Tebow,
you said a quarterback that was good in college. Yeah, I can give you 100 of them that didn't pan out in the NFL. I'm giving you guys who are good in the NFL, and you're like, no, they suck. Like, I'm just trying to.
I'm not saying they suck.
I'm just trying to find your logic, and then you're like, well, fuck Tim Tebow. First of all, Monday, I'm doubling down on the fucking on the Florida love. I'm doubling down. I'm wearing Mr. 2-Bit shirt. I'm fucking walking around chomping all Monday pod because
they didn't talk about him at all.
They didn't, but you know what they talked about? How fucking dominant we were, and that's what we're going to talk about on Monday. So fuck you. I wish Brandon was here to
the only thing they talked
right
about
now. That's crazy. Yeah, because they didn't talk about the bad. No, they talked about bad shit.
No, they brought it up. They brought it up, and they're like, "All right, well, next question."
Aaron Hernandez killed all those people when he played in the league.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, do you want them to talk about how good Brandon Spikes played in the NFL or in the Patriots, or do you want them to just go Brandon Spikes played in the NFL? Like, because I just want to know what happened from 2006 to 2009 in Florida. Now,
Sure.
should they have talked about how great Aaron Hernandez was? Sure.
Yes.
But they also
They said his name one time.
And I'm gonna get Major or I think it was Brand. What's his name? It was Lil Bro said it. He said it, and I was like, oh, they gotta leave it in. They gotta leave it in. He was naming players. He was like, blah 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 blah, Aaron Hernandez, and I was like, yes. Now he has to leave it in. But I'm gonna get to all the things I'm pissed about that they left out on Monday.
Sure.
But there's definitely like a lot of players who like weren't mentioned or were kind of mentioned, but I feel like they were leaning towards more of the people who were the narrators of the documentary.
Speaking.
Like Brandon Spikes, Brandon Seiler, Tim Tebow. Those are the guys you're going to talk about the most.
Urban Meyer.
And I mean, you know how I feel. Like, bro, you can shit on Urban Meyer all
Miles
day. You can shit on
Urban Meyer.
You can shit on Urban Meyer all day, but don't
His girlfriend already is. He's got shit on his finger.
Don't do that. Don't do that to Tim again. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was a little much.
Oh my!
You might, if you could cut that, that'd be great.
I mean, no, I'm not cutting that because I'm leaving it all in for you to get shit on. But I mean, wow, all that for the Steelers. I mean, wow.
No.
I haven't seen you die on a Washington Hill that hard. Like I've never seen that before.
I've never had the opportunity to die on a Washington Hill.
But.
And I'm not dying on this hill. It's a feeling in my ball sack right now.
Okay, that's fine, and I completely respect that feeling.
I have a couple reasons. They're not too important.
Should we move on from the over-unders? Because we're just going to keep talking about, are these teams better than the Steelers? And that's all I'm going to ask you.
No, we'll just finish them out.
Okay, Titans 7.5.
Under. No.
Over.
Oh, I think they may have 8.
I have, like, my stock. Okay, so, like, Devin, if you had to, like, give me, like, a graph for my DeAndre Hopkins hype, it's like this, right?
Yeah.
In the last, like, 2 or 3 weeks, it's went like that. And
why are you saying they're better than the Steelers, then?
And it's not because, like, he went to the Titans, it's Ryan Tannehill throwing it to him. It's just because, to me, like, D-Hop has been on some, like, not on some, like, James Harden shit, but on some, like, just on some,
diva
like,
shit.
Like, just some, like, kind of on some crybaby shit. And...
About what?
Huh?
About what?
Well, I mean, he forced his way out of Houston. He forced his way out of Arizona.
Yeah.
You think that was Houston and Arizona's decisions?
Arizona, I feel like it was kind of mutual because, like, Kyler got hurt. They're going to tank.
Well, I'm saying more like they made a move for this superstar and it was just a big waste of time kind of thing. Like, okay, like when I was going to, like, okay, like I was going to say earlier, like, okay, I think D-Hop is better than Amari Cooper, but I think in the last 3 years, Amari Cooper's been way more reliable than D-Hop.
Yeah. But I also feel like it wasn't D-Hop's fault that Arizona fell apart.
I mean, that's true, but yeah, I guess. But I just feel like my hype for D-Hop is relying on what's happened 2 or 3 years ago.
I think D-Hop cared so much in Arizona, he took some PEDs and got suspended 6 games.
Dude, it was something. There's something in his oatmeal, dude. It was like flaxseed or something. It wasn't PEDs.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Bro's still pretty skinny. I don't think he was on that. Even though.
All right, when they say PEDs,
I know
it's
that
not
was
steroid.
I know it was a dumb steroid joke. I know. I'm sorry, but
yes.
Either way, I don't know. I think Tennessee 7.5 is a hard line for Tennessee, which I guess is the fucking point of this. But maybe the over's safe. They steal 8 wins in this AFC South. Maybe, possibly. The Colts 6.5.
Under.
That's a weird one, dude.
Under.
Yeah, I'll say under. Yeah, that's fair. I have no idea what that team's going to do. I think Chark just got hurt now.
If he was healthy and he turned into Jesus, under.
if he was healthy and he turned into Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that.
Anthony Richardson will be a bust.
I don't think all that. It's still way too early. That's a hot take, but I would say the reason is because he's not polished by any means yet. Like he
Deshaun Watson's
might
polished.
throw more interceptions than touchdowns this year.
So I think he's 100% throwing more interceptions than touchdowns this year. And here's the thing. Teams are so quick to give up on young quarterbacks nowadays. And it doesn't matter what hype you had. And let's be real. Anthony Richardson had hype. And I know I sound like a broken record. But he has hype based on very, very limited film and raw athleticism.
That's it, yeah.
He didn't win anything. He didn't play that good in college. He had glimpses of his raw athleticism taking over in plays. He had glimpses of he's an NFL quarterback. There's going to be clips of where he can throw 50 yards on a rope. It's a dime. Yes. A lot of quarterbacks can do that. I got it. He's gonna have his moments where he's gonna have beautiful throws and he's gonna have great highlights, just how he did in Florida. But you're gonna spend the next 3 or 4 years struggling in the AFC South. The Colts have no future at being a competitive team in the AFC. The way the
Actually,
AFC
if
is looking.
JT.
Especially if they get rid of Jonathan Taylor. Yeah.
That's
If
what
they,
I'm
if,
saying.
if
They're
they-
trading him.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor is he's gone. Like they are fucked
Under.
they're fucked for a while.
I forgot. I was thinking he was still there. They said go seek a trade.
So when Anthony Richardson is 27, 28 years old and he finally has a decent team or a playoff potential team and he doesn't have his raw athleticism anymore and he's 6'5", 240 with bad knees, I don't know, bro.
Fair.
When you're the fourth pick overall and you're that guy, that's a bust to me. I don't know. I just think he's gonna be a bust, which is crazy hot take. But I'm saying, like, logically speaking, the guy didn't. Okay, you got a guy who didn't play that well in college, and I just don't think he'll play that well in.
Was never even in a conversation for a Heisman or anything. Or
No.
Nothing. No accolade.
No. It was
he was.
The only conversation was before week 1, Anthony Richardson, watch out for him and his raw athleticism at Florida. It's gonna I'm so over the fucking combine talk.
I don't think that's super crazy of a take.
And I also Devin, I can't remember if you were on these pods or not, Jackson. I was gassing the fuck out of Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going, this guy is it. And then when I finally got the chance to watch him, I was like, no, he's not. He's not.
Well, you thought he was it because Emery was so bad.
And Emery is. I'll double down on how bad Emery Jones is. Emery
I know.
Jones is terrible.
And you said put in AR because he's better, but
You taking Felipe over AR?
No, I'm taking Kyle Trask over all of them. Because Kyle Trask won.
One game.
Kyle Trask won games, won double-digit games, fucking made SEC championship games, fucking made New Year's Six bowl games, and has not been given the opportunity to play yet. When you got fucking Anthony Richardson going 4th overall. Why? Let's spell it out. Raw athleticism. Because if you show me a highlight, it's going to be him, jumping over somebody. Or him, read option. Oh, there goes Anthony Richardson. And then, 3 throws.
REY.
I don't know. I'm taking the under on 6.5.
Tism.
And then you got the Houston Texans. Houston Texans 6.5.
Under.
Houston Texans 6.5 under.
Under.
I don't know. I think the Colts are so bad. I think they lose all their division games. So that's 2 for the Texans right there. I think the I think the Texans could probably squeeze 4 or 5 more wins out.
Ah, I don't know.
I mean,
I think
I don't think very highly of Stroud either, but he's better than Richardson. But like,
I was still thinking of Davis Mills. Jesus.
I mean, the Texans have like Robert Woods. I think they have a decent back. I don't know who it is, but I think he's decent.
Damian Pierce.
Damian
He's good.
Pierce, yeah,
He's good.
yeah.
a
They
good
don't
a
really have
good
a.
see that's a Gator who played good in college and now he's good in the NFL. See how that
He was
works?
a Gator?
See how that translates? Yeah, Damian Pierce was a Gator. See that's how shit
I feel
usually
like every
translates.
position but quarterback translate from Florida. No offense.
Oh, none taken. Well, you got to understand, and not to sidetrack at all and just take over and have more Gator talk, but I truly believe that Tim Tebow was stripped of any opportunity after 2011.
For
I
sure.
mean,
For who he was.
like let's be real. Taking over a team and winning a playoff game now means so much. He took over that Denver Broncos team and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers when they were still the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Weren't they defending?
2000. Well, they were just in the Super Bowl versus Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah.
So I'm saying he won that playoff game. And was he the best passer? No. Was he the fucking worst? No. I'm so sick of like the narrative that he just threw a duck. Like bro could throw a fucking football. Just how I say he's in the NFL. He can throw a football. Like after that, the Broncos were just Peyton Manning. Boom. We're getting Peyton Manning. John Elway loves Peyton Manning. John Elway. That's why it's really fucked John Elway because he could care less what happened to Tim Tebow after that. He won him a playoff game and was like, all right, get out of here. And, you know, they did what they did. And I'm not like, oh, Denver should have stuck with Tim Tebow. It's like, yeah, they got a fucking Super Bowl out of it. Cool. Like, yeah, they
Sure.
obviously they made the right decision. But after that, to go, nah, I'm not even, like, we're sitting here talking about all these quarterbacks getting opportunities, and you're telling me Tim Tebow, 24, 25 years old, didn't get a chance to compete versus Mark Sanchez at the Jets? You're telling me the only team to take a shot at Tim Tebow after that was the team that had Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like, and then he gets signed to the Eagles, has a great preseason game, and then gets cut. Like it just wasn't made for Tim Tebow to play in the NFL.
Fair.
And I don't think he was given a fair chance. And if he was given any of the chance, if he was given a fucking Tua chance
or a Kyler
or a Kyler chance, I mean, come on, bro, we would be having way different conversations because the end
of
the day,
the Tua chance is nuts.
I feel like Tebow could have easily been like a Nick Foles.
Wait, better than Nick Foles.
But he could have. At the end of the day,
if you gave Tebow a fucking Dolphins team right now, he's doing some damage.
I'm sorry, maybe
not right now, but back then.
No, but like Tim Tebow in 2011, a little bit better of an arm is what every team wants today. A mobile guy with an arm.
Anthony Richardson.
Or if you you got like mobile, if like mobility and passing, if that's Tim Tebow, they want a quarterback that's like they want it just a little. They make the balance a little more even, and that's the type of shit that people are looking for. So yeah, no, I think Tim Tebow
less Jesus.
Tim Tebow. Bro, who cares? He likes
I'm joking.
Jesus. God Christ. I'm the least.
Don't say his name.
I'm like the least religious person on the planet, and like the Tim Tebow shit did not bother me. Like it's like, okay, yeah, you prayed. Guess what? You were also really good at football and happened to play for my team. So thank you. I don't care that you. But you know who else? You know who else fucking preaches a lot? My other fucking favorite player, fucking Ray Lewis. So you know what? I have to hear guys preach about the Lord a whole bunch. But
I thought you were going to say Russell Wilson. I was about
to.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. I love him.
He prays to himself, dude. Mr. Unlimited.
What do I even want to talk about? So did y'all know Chris Jones was holding out?
Yeah.
Chris
Probably
Jones.
till like week 8. Yeah.
Okay, so you're the defending champions, and you got an overpaid defensive lineman threatening to sit out.
Let him sit out.
He wants a new deal, but if I was the Chiefs, I would just be like, all right, cool.
He has a deal. What is his contract? Chris Jones' contract is
look it
something
up.
stupid. Chris Jones, it is something ridiculous. Bro, he's on. Oh, get the fuck out of my face. He's set to make 16 mil this year.
What about next year?
He's on a 4-year, $80 million contract.
That started like 4 years counting this year?
This is so.
He's in the final year of it. Yes.
Yeah, this is his final year of it. But I'm saying
He'll make 20 this year.
He probably just wants to stay with the dynasty for real and just wants to get another bag.
But if I'm the Chiefs, I'm not giving you another bag.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't either.
I'm gonna get a younger guy who's like maybe not as good as you, but like we'll figure it out because we're the Chiefs and we don't need to overpay a defensive lineman.
Right.
No.
So
I think we're all in agreement.
I'm saying like Chris Jones has about as much leverage as like any running back in the NFL does right now.
I hope so. I hope they don't fucking pay this motherfucker like another 20 mil a year bag.
Yeah, no, I would not be a fan of that at all.
When you're 25, sure, we'll give you 80 mil over 4 years. Not when you're 30.
But I mean, let Chris Jones walk. Let Chris Jones walk. But you know what? I have something else. This is a list of one trade every team should pursue.
Okay.
So every team should trade for this player, or this is every player a team should trade for. Now, a couple of these are like, whatever. A couple of these I'm gonna completely skip over. Starting with Arizona, a move for Zach Ertz to Dallas.
Who's their tight end?
Why am I thinking of like Schultz?
Yeah, Dalton Schultz.
Dalton, is that who? Is that yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I mean, an aging tight end at Dallas is not really what I'd be excited to be throwing to if I'm Dak on this, especially this year. So I'm not really feeling that one a lot.
Well, Dak likes to throw to the other color jerseys anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
He does.
Like this one, like,
but hey,
okay.
He's not going to throw more than 10 this year. Remember that.
So the Browns should trade for Cordell Patterson. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Who the fuck?
Why?
To have a receiver at running back? I mean, I guess like to fill the void of Kareem Hunt leaving, but I mean, you just don't need to do that. You have Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
well, I mean, he's not really. Cordell's not really like a RB1. He's like he's a return man. He's a
gadget guy.
Like yeah, exactly. Like he's not like a dude who's gonna sit back there and take fucking 20 touches. He'll be in for 5 plays a game.
He walked so Debo could run.
Yes.
That right there for sure. I kind of like this one. The Jets going after Cincinnati Bengals Lael Collins.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I don't even know who that is.
It's a left tackle.
Yeah, the Browns or the Bengals tackle. Lael.
Why would
Collins.
I know who that is?
I mean, I figure I don't know. You got it.
No offense.
I know you. Devin was off. Devin went on vacation. He came back and forgot everything. Lael Collins. Okay.
No, I've never heard that name in my life.
He's a pretty good tackle. And I'm just saying, if there's anything I'm going to do, it's going to gas up the Jets and say protect Aaron Rodgers because...
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I know like 6 tackles.
Aaron Rodgers has also been secretly tagging like Bakhtiari in his shit. So
in the Packers,
I mean, if I was the Packers, I would never let Bakhtiari walk, especially for going to the Jets.
So they're planning on losing the AFC Championship this year?
Maybe.
I mean... But is losing the AFC Championship a failure?
No. No way.
His whole career has been losing in the championship. I'm just saying he wants all the Packers back. It's just in a different city.
Got you. Well, I mean, no, he just wants like the good ones. They can keep the rest, but like he wants like his guys.
That's fair.
He just wants like his guard.
Yeah, he wants his guys. Randall Cobb.
I still don't understand that. I still don't understand that. Is that just Randall Cobb, like him just trying to give him a
They're
job?
dating.
Or like what? Like what is that?
They're dating.
I don't
They're butt
understand
buddies.
that at all. I'm trying to find a good trade. David Bakhtiari to the Jets. Huh? What a coincidence. The Jets going out and getting Bakhtiari and La'el Collins, they're probably not losing the AFC Championship game. They're probably making the Super Bowl because that would just be ridiculous.
Yeah. Bro, what do you mean,
You think that's a guaranteed ticket?
I think it's a guaranteed win their division.
With your logic, Devin, yes, I think they win the Super Bowl. Because the Steelers are going to be one of the teams they might have to face. So, yeah, I think they're shooting through the roof. But David Bakhtiari is not going to be a Jet. The Packers shut that shit down right away. No. All these trades suck, dude. Clyde Edwards-Helaire to the Vikings, whatever.
Sure.
I guess. I mean, they need someone.
That's not gonna.
Van Jefferson to the Lions. I mean, that's cool.
Sure.
That's
Chark went down, so.
I'm looking.
Chark has been on 2 different teams for you. Chark was on the fucking Colts, and now Chark's on
he was
the
on the. Yeah, I don't know where these guys are, dude. I thought he was still in fucking Jacksonville. Where is this guy? He's on the Lions.
I thought Chark. Yeah, where is Chark?
No.
I thought
Where
Chark.
is Chark?
I thought Chark was a Panther.
Chark's a Panther. All right, that's a my bad, guy.
Is he a Panther?
He's a Panther.
I thought Chark was a Panther.
I got it wrong 3 times. I wasn't right once.
It's like that picture of Carson Wentz with all his different
that's so funny, dude.
Oh my god! But none of them are the teams
for everyone.
But none of them are the teams he played for. It's like the Giants and fucking Vikings,
fucking Lions. All right, he did play for the Lions, so
Carson Wentz or Chark? Chark did. Okay. All right. Let's talk about a trade that actually happened. Trey Lance to the Cowboys. Now, I know it's easy to just go, who cares? But, interesting enough, I've seen some talks about Dallas potentially moving on from the Dak era.
Yeah.
And they might take a jab at Trey Lance.
I think Dak's interception bet is going to be his job. I think if it's over 10, he might lose his job, but I think if it's under 10, he'll probably keep it.
Well, I'm looking at it like this. Dallas is, I don't know how good Dallas is going to be. So if you take Dak Prescott out of there, who's going to be expecting a lot of fucking money, because is he not coming up on his contract year?
Something, yeah, in the next 2.
I believe he's coming up on it, and that's what the main problem is the fact that he's gonna be wanting a lot of money, and I don't know if I'm the Cowboys if I'm doing that. Why not? Why? At this point, it's ran its course. I don't think Dak Prescott's winning you a Super Bowl with the talent you have, so why not just have some fun with a young Trey Lance?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
do think Washington should have went out and traded a 4th for him. 100%.
I think they're all in on Sam Howell for whatever reason. I don't know why.
But just get another young quarterback in the room. Like, who cares? That's exactly like Dallas has 4 quarterbacks now.
That would have been a lot more interesting
for no reason.
Trey Lance to y'all. I mean, if they didn't have Sam Howell's dick down their mouth so much, Trey Lance could be potentially your QB1 week 1.
I don't know why I don't know why Trey Lance. Can someone explain why he got traded?
No, he's the 3rd string, and
Why is he the third string on that football team?
Can you guys explain to me why Trey Lance is getting treated how he is and Jordan Love is getting treated how he is?
No fucking clue.
Like
Jordan Love
the
sucks.
Packers have it seemed like they've given the reins to Jordan Love and been like,
When you had Aaron Rodgers and now you have Sam Darnold and Brock Purdy, and you're like, oh yeah, Trey's third.
Trey Lance
not even close.
sucks.
Not even a fucking chance.
I mean, they probably saw some shit in practice and they were like,
No,
this
this
dude's not it.
they're stupid. Brock Purdy's gonna get hurt, and then they're going to fucking Sam Darnold.
No,
And then they're just gonna call
with
like
their
Phillip Rivers
team?
off the couch.
But
It's fine.
I'm with you though. Like, what? But that's the thing. Okay, if they're gonna call Phillip Rivers, why the fuck not have Trey Lance? Sam Darnold was a laughing stock a year ago.
He still is.
Brock Purdy has Brock Purdy to me, especially the way he's been gassed, has proved nothing.
Nothing.
He's a
I mean,
quarterback.
I think he's proved that he didn't deserve to be the last pick in the draft, but that's about it.
Yeah, but there's a reason why he was picked. He nobody knew about Brock Purdy. There's not much film on Brock Purdy. There's not much to know about Brock Purdy. Like, you give me a full season.
I'm Brock Purdy.
You give me a full season of Brock Purdy film, and let them defenses work scheme all off season. But we don't know if Brock Purdy is a top 25 quarterback next year.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
I mean, he will be on that team.
And that's sure saying the same thing for Trey Lance, but the hype for Trey Lance was crazy and died right away, and seems like they're giving the same amount
After
of hype.
one game.
They're giving the same amount of hype to Brock Purdy, which I believe is fully undeserving of.
Yeah, I saw a little stat or something on Instagram a few hours ago. It was like San Francisco traded more picks to get Trey Lance than Trey Lance played games.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like they did not even give him a chance. It's really weird.
And
I mean, I don't understand that, especially if you trade a lot for him. I don't know why you wouldn't give him the chance.
It makes no sense.
I mean, maybe it's like the Jimmy G trauma.
Right. Like you're tired of having a middle of the pack quarterback or something like that.
Hey,
or
mate.
you
Right.
got this quarterback that you gave up a lot for and it didn't pan out. You just don't want to go through that again.
Here's a wild take. This might be crazy. Maybe he got into some trouble like Deshaun Watson, and they need to get him off of their hands. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because to throw away a first-round pick for Sam Darnold and Brocky Nuts makes no fucking sense.
I understand why Trey Lance is considered a bust.
Well, he hasn't played.
But that's what I'm saying. It's because what we've seen wasn't that good, and we haven't seen that much. And people.
We saw a game.
But that's what I'm saying. And then people saw what he did in the preseason this year, and it was awful. He couldn't beat out Sam Darnold for the backup job. That something like Kyle Shanahan has to see something, right?
Yeah, you know what Kyle Shanahan's seeing? Not winning a Super Bowl. That's what he's seeing.
Well, to everybody else, they only need.
He's seeing that he's paying Christian McCaffrey $36 million fucking dollars.
To everybody else, they're a Super Bowl winning team with any quarterback.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think they're.
Especially when you got Kyle Shanahan, because Kyle Shanahan's a complete jackass. He's the one who was there in 2016 with the Falcons.
What a callback. Jeez.
He sucks.
Nah. Okay.
He'll never be like his dad.
Kyle Shanahan's dad is
Mike Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan.
The Broncos' Mike Shanahan.
And Washington's Mike Shanahan.
I'm sorry, I brain farted. I couldn't think of which Shanahan or who the Shanahan was. But okay, yeah, no.
The Shanahan, the only Shanahan we should talk about because his son sucks.
Bad, Jesus Christ, Devan.
Yeah,
it's true.
Mad today.
You've came back with, and I love the energy. Like you definitely made this a entertaining podcast. But you are angry. Like you need to.
I'm an angry elf.
You're. All right, you go
That's another
outside.
callback.
You go outside right now, and you already see Halloween decorations. How do you feel?
How now? What month is this?
Because it's August, and I've already seen people put up Halloween decorations.
It's
That's
still
insane.
hot outside. That's crazy.
No, it's ridiculous. I don't know what it is.
No, all right. All right. When October comes, Halloween's at the fucking end of October. October 1st, put them up. I don't give a fuck.
Shit, they were
August?
making. They're already selling pumpkin shit. They were selling pumpkin shit 2 weeks ago.
I will slap a pumpkin.
I mean, I love pumpkin shit, but like
Ugh.
to bring
Jackson. You hear that, dude?
to bring.
I like pumpkins, but like not pumpkins in August.
But I'm saying, like, I don't know, like there's like huge Halloween decorations like in my neighborhood right now. It's kind of it's a little
That's nuts.
It's a little ridiculous. What the fuck do I want to I feel like we've talked a lot of NFL. Maybe I should jump to a little bit of off the record, and then we'll finish out some NFL. So off the record shit I want to talk about today. I got two things. First off, WWE people. I wish I had Brandon here to talk about it, so me, Jackson, and Brandon could speak on it. But Bray Wyatt
Yeah,
dies at 39 years old. 39 years old it was?
I thought it was
36.
36.
36 years old. And
I don't know who he is.
Apparently, so Bray Wyatt, Devin, and I knew you were going to say that, but let me explain to you who Bray Wyatt was. Bray Wyatt came into WWE, I'd say on the tail end of when I was like an actual fan of it.
Right.
And he kind of took over. Like, he was the character he created. I mean, he took the fan base over by storm. And he was very interactive with the fan base, and he was loved by it seemed like everyone.
They had like a trio, and they called them like the Wyatt family or whatever, and they were all like spooky kind of like farmer guys. Like they would come out in like not just like their clothes, but like the stadium would go like black, and everybody would put their flashlights up, and he'd come out with like a lantern and shit. Like it was cool. Like it was very kind of like unique, kind of like Undertaker-y.
Yeah, okay.
So like, but that's the thing about WWE is, Devin. It's like having a character who like genuinely connects with people and like makes them go like, holy shit, like,
right?
Who is this? Like, I want to see him. Like, it's not just like I'm Mr. Russell, and here's my tights and shorts, and I'm gonna cut a promo. It's like, no, like you got like actual like creative character here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and it says he died from a heart attack. He had
that's sad.
So he had underlying heart problems, and then
they said it was because he contracted COVID.
He contracted COVID, and apparently that heightened that made his heart problem that he had worse.
Was it not the fact that he was 300 pounds and taking steroids? It was COVID that did it.
I mean, let's not joke, but
I'm not joking. No, I'm saying he's the big guy.
Well,
we're gonna say that it was a COVID issue.
Well, okay, I would say I don't know if. Well, here's the thing. Bray Wyatt would probably look a little bit better if he was on steroids.
Well, maybe, but he's a big dude.
I mean, his physique wasn't.
But he wasn't like jacked big dude. Like he was just a genuinely like huge guy.
Like a big ass fucking like hoss. Like he was just a big ass fucker. Now he could move. He could wrestle. He could move, but like he wasn't roided out. Like, he didn't have a roid body. I don't think he did, at least. I don't think he was roided out, but. And I thought of that, Devin, when I saw the heart attack thing, especially with wrestlers and steroids. But I know it could be easy to say, like, oh, they probably still do it. But I want to believe they've cracked down on that a lot.
Yeah.
I want to believe.
Everyone but The Rock.
The Rock will always do steroids. But yeah, no, I guess
because welcome to the jungle or whatever he says.
Not to joke or take away from it, but I mean that does suck that Bray Wyatt died because he was a good.
I think they had like SmackDown or something today, and they brought like all the superstars out and like had like a huge tribute to him.
Yeah, I saw the tribute. I saw the tribute for him earlier, and it was. I don't know. That shit sucks, and there's been a lot of WWE stars that have died from heart problems, and maybe it's from this, maybe it's from that. They're saying that he got COVID. He already had an underlying heart problem, and he had a heart attack. So
That sucks.
That sucked. But what I want to talk about, a little more lighthearted. So y'all know who Krishan Rock is.
Yeah.
Y'all know the
Yeah.
whole like her and Blueface and all this shit between them and how they're just like this toxic relationship and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she's pregnant.
Right.
She goes out, she parties, she drinks, she smokes. We could easily sit here and be like, that's like stupid, right?
Right.
So
I'm not a doctor.
I'm not either, but like, could you if you had to make an assumption, like the Steelers are making
Probably
the
not
playoffs, you probably shouldn't smoke when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
So what if, well, and I know the internet's a wild thing, and I know it's a beast, and I know we see wild shit every day, but I cannot believe the amount of people genuinely
Support.
defending. And I know there's so many keyboard doctors.
You know why they're defending it?
Why?
Because their mothers smoked. And they came out
See,
great. That's why they're on the internet every day.
Here's the thing, and I'll let y'all go in a second, and I guess ask y'all how y'all feel, even though, there's really only one answer. But to me, a lot of the things I see, there's two things. Either people are all of a sudden doctors, and it's like, oh, well, actually, they say a little bit of cannabis is good for...
It's helpful to a
It's
pregnancy.
like, no, putting smoke in your body while pregnant is not good. Doesn't matter. Like, okay, sure.
I have no idea.
Devin, what is up with you acting stupid? You should not put smoke in your body while you're a pregnant woman. If you're a pregnant woman, you shouldn't smoke. That's like a thing.
Does it say it on the side of a marijuana? It says it on cigarettes.
Okay, hey Jackson. How you doing today? Welcome back to On It. We're here.
No,
Devin
you guys have
is being a fucking idiot right now. I don't know. Are you supposed to smoke? No, you're not supposed to smoke while you're pregnant, and you know that. Please do not shrug your shoulders when
my mom smokes 37 packs a day, dude. I'm good.
I go. People shouldn't smoke when they're pregnant. Like, no. You're like 100% wrong. I'm sorry, man. I take back the Steelers thing. This is your worst take. You're wrong.
I didn't make a take. I just said I'm not a doctor.
I know you're not a doctor. I'm not a fucking scientist, but we can talk about fucking science if you want to. We didn't play in the league. But I'm saying, the amount of people defending Krishan Rock smoking weed while pregnant, smoking anything while pregnant, to me is crazy, because the opposite of what Devin is doing right now, a lot of people become doctors on the internet, and they are like, oh, well, actually, amount of dosage of THC is good for the baby, and or women can have a glass of wine or whatever the fuck. Sure, maybe there's some scientific research that, like, if you take THC a certain way while pregnant, it could be good for the pregnancy or whatever. Like, maybe if it's in gummy form or cream form or in whatever form. But no type of smoke, period, is good for you if you were a pregnant woman. Am I wrong?
I think
I'm doing a Google.
Huh?
What'd you say?
What'd you say, Jack?
I agree.
Okay. I'm just saying, because I... Go ahead.
But like, Devin's Googling it, so I want to hear his response. Not gonna lie.
See, but they say it's mixed. They're like, some research shows that it can cause health problems. I mean, all right, I'll say this. There's no research that shows that it will be good for your baby.
Are you looking up...
There is research that says it will be bad.
Are you looking up THC?
I'm saying, can you smoke?
Dude, Devin, okay. Can we stop the shtick for 1 second? You're a smart guy. You know pregnant women can't smoke and should not smoke.
But it says that the fucking information's mixed, which is blowing my ballsack off.
Okay, but before you even Googled, if you weren't doing this shtick where you're like, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. Seriously, if we were having this conversation off the pod, you would be like, this bitch is fucking stupid. She's a fucking, like, why would you smoke? You know, you're a smart guy. You cannot smoke while you're pregnant, or at least not. You're suggested to not smoke.
It's a suggestion, yes. Do not smoke.
But that's like a big
Whilst
thing. Like, there's
pregnant.
a lot of things pregnant women can't do, but smoking is like one of the top things. Smoking and drinking.
Yeah, they're like, don't eat tuna.
But like,
You're
don't
like, okay.
smoke, don't drink. Like, that's like one of the top two things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I'm just, and maybe, but see, here's the thing. There are people who are dead serious, going like, no, like, what's wrong with her smoking? Like, it's fine.
No, that's crazy. It's not good for the baby. It will be bad. Now the level of how bad it will be is depending on how long she is. I don't know how pregnant she is.
She's been smoking like this whole time. The whole time she's been pregnant. She's like,
that's
pregnant.
not good. Like, typically what they say is, like, when you're like 8 months pregnant, you can have a glass of wine every once in a while. The baby's already pretty much developed. But if you're smoking the whole time, that I can't say it's gonna be bad, but it probably will. It's not gonna be great.
Okay, medically speaking, legally,
I'm not gonna put
look,
I'm not
okay,
gonna put
hold on.
something onto her baby and say, hey, this thing's gonna suck.
No. I'm not even saying. I'm just saying, like any baby, any pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get to what I was trying to get to, and that's the other argument is it has nothing to do with the fact that she's pregnant. It's, oh, well, Blueface hits her, so why don't y'all care about that? Y'all don't care when this person does that, but y'all care that she smokes. It's like there's no correlation between how toxic of a relationship that is and how she should treat her not even formed baby. Like, I mean, what are we talking about here? I don't. I'm just. So am I the only one shocked by all the defense for pregnant smoking?
I mean, in general, I just think people on the internet are fucking stupid, and everybody has an opinion. So of course, why wouldn't they comment on this?
But I know people are stupid, and I know people do dumb stuff, and maybe people.
I feel like we do this every week, where you're like, I didn't think people were this stupid, and we're like they are this stupid.
But every week it's something crazier.
No, I know.
It's like
it's the internet.
And sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's like, OJ, like, this doesn't add up. But this doesn't add up. This doesn't fucking add up, bro. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. But whatever. Smoke while you're pregnant. I guess that's the new thing. Let's talk more about football. Fuck that shit.
Let's get some fucked up babies.
So there's
I don't even know what that means. That was the dumbest thing I've ever said on this fucking.
So
you can cut that.
There's oh dude, no cuts today.
Well, you can.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with all this.
Fuck.
Devin's first episode back, he just goes absolutely insane. We got 5 teams with the most pressure to win a Super Bowl this year. I want to see if y'all agree, how much pressure y'all think is really on these teams, and if there were any teams left out.
Number 1, New York Jets.
All right. So, number 1, we got the Dallas Cowboys. There's no order.
What the fuck?
Well, hold on. Before you go crazy.
They've had pressure for the past 30 years.
That's why. That's why they're on this
Exactly.
list. Every year they're supposed to win the Super Bowl. Why?
Because they're the football Cowboys. They're the America's team.
But they're not the
like
only. But they're not the
dumbass
only.
Yankees.
They're not the only dynasty that hasn't been good in 3 decades. They're not the only team that was good in the 80s and 90s and back when fucking back when the Vietnam War was going on. Like,
no, I know, but they're the biggest team in like the NFL. Like they're the fucking Cowboys. Supposed to be good.
But it's just if they had a roster the same as the Houston Texans, I feel like they would still be pressured to win a Super Bowl, and it's like impossible.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's this is a weird scenario where it's not like pressure on the team; it's pressure on the organization to win a Super Bowl. It's not like pressure on Dak to win a Super Bowl.
Very true.
It's pressure on the Cowboys to help out all their fans who live in Seattle or some shit.
That's been another thing where it's like
they're not in Texas.
A lot of people are like have been taking like a lot of blame off of Dak which I kind of agree
Yeah,
with. Like, I feel like there was a little too much
I don't.
blame on Dak Prescott. I mean, I'm not putting 100% of the Dallas not winning playoff games on Dak.
Sure, but a lot should be on Jerry Jones.
For sure.
Most of it.
For sure. But I also look at, like, and maybe this isn't as big as a factor as I think it is, but, like, I feel like when a team buys into a certain player and that specific player, I don't know, is just a shit show. And I'm referring to, like, Zeke. Like, Zeke was supposed to be a top 5 running back for the last however many years he's been in the league, and he's just been.
Yeah,
Well,
slowly.
he started grabbing boobies.
And I'm saying, like, just like the focus on, like, something like that where it's like, all right, we got a guy who is a top 5 running back, and he's going to be, and we're gonna put a lot of eggs in this basket as well. It's like you could and I could give you 5 more bullet points that how certain Dallas Cowboys were treated that weren't Dak Prescott. So I would take a lot of blame off of Dak Prescott. Not saying he's some great fucking quarterback, but if this wasn't the Dallas Cowboys, I don't know how much pressure they'd really have to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
Especially this year.
Fair.
The Chargers.
No.
I don't think the Chargers are pressured at all either.
I don't think they had any pressure.
Yeah.
They don't even have a fan base.
No, and
who's pressuring them?
And people are expecting the same thing. It's like Keenan Allen's probably gonna get hurt. Justin Herbert's gonna have a lot of great plays, but they're gonna lose.
I mean, they're not even the best team in their division. Why are they pressured to win a Super Bowl?
Their coach
That's a great question.
is a complete idiot. Brandon Staley or Kevin Staley. He's an idiot. Stanley, I don't know. He sucks.
How about the Buffalo Bills?
I think there's pressure there.
There's definitely pressure.
I think there's pressure there. And I think there's I think every year, now obviously every year there's going to be more pressure, but it's with this team in particular, you only have so much.
Building. Yeah.
You only have so much time left.
Right.
Maybe 2 years.
That's what I'm saying.
I would say that, I mean, if you're saying
this is their year.
This year and next year, yes, that's it. I don't even maybe think next year. I think this could be it.
And Diggs is out.
They've completely struck out on the running back problem this offseason.
In the market. Like crazy.
To me, at least. I think they've completely struck out.
No Zeke, no Dalvin.
They're not getting Jonathan Taylor. Josh Jacobs is staying in Vegas.
Are you sure they're not getting Jonathan Taylor? If they get Jonathan Taylor, that's a different ball game, dude.
That's a completely different ball game, but I don't see the Colts doing that. Like, I don't see the Colts going like, you want a way more better advantage? Here you go.
I keep forgetting they're trading.
Like, I can see the Colts being like, nah, like, fuck y'all. Like, there's no way. There's no way we're doing that. How about the Niners?
It's pressure. But they will because their quarterbacks are so either young or bad, the pressure is off of Kyle Shanahan and it's now on Brock Purdy. So whatever happens will be Brock Purdy's fault. And this is going to be bad for his career.
I feel like the pressure's on Shanahan to win a Super Bowl because he hasn't.
They're going to blame it on the fact that he is a great team without a good quarterback.
But that's been every single year of him being on the 49ers.
And that's why he still has a fucking job there.
At some point, it has to be his fault.
It won't, because he's been immune to fault.
You guys are saying two things that are true, because every year it's been a great team with bad quarterback play. Or at some point, a shitty quarterback. You're in a shitty quarterback spot. So you really don't know who to blame yet. Until it's the 49ers with the same team and without Kyle Shanahan, or Kyle Shanahan with a good quarterback.
Right.
So we really don't know who there is to blame. Me personally, I can easily see the argument being, you can't blame Kyle Shanahan. Look who's been throwing the ball for the 49ers. But I could also see them being like, shit, with this talent on this roster, Kyle Shanahan should have figured it out.
Fuck a good quarterback, yeah.
But Kyle Shanahan, but at the end of the day, you got a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs. what is Kyle Shanahan supposed to do? Go strap up and go play? I mean, what is shit? I mean, at some point, no. I mean, I think the Niners, at least from what I've seen, are a Super Bowl team with whoever's playing quarterback. And if you gave that platter to Kyle Shanahan, he should be able to figure it out, especially with how weak the NFC is.
Yes.
But I also
like their only competition is Philly.
Very true. But I also believe if you gave Kyle Shanahan a top 20, 15 quarterback, I don't think it'd be as bad as we're making it seem to be. I don't think it'd be as bad. I think Kyle Shanahan and
all right. What if Baker's on the 49ers?
Ooh, spicy. I'd say it's the same as Sam Darnold being on the Niners.
Well, the Niners are better than the Bucs, roster-wise. We can agree on that?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys want to hear a fun fact?
What's up?
In 2019, the Ravens picked Marquise Brown over Deebo Samuel. And DK Metcalf. And Terry McLaurin. And A.J. Brown. So, you're welcome.
Oh, man.
Fun fact.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Let's talk about how good Sam Howell's going to be next year. It's like, what am I supposed? It's like, what am I supposed to say? Oh, but we have Odell now. Like, bro, I don't have shit to say. I have nothing. I'm sorry. Like, great jab. Like, you Ben Askren me right there. Like, I mean, I'm done for. Like, I don't.
It's not a jab. It is crazy though.
I don't know what to say.
That the only first round pick in that wide receiver class was Marquise Brown.
Yeah. And Marquise Brown fucking sucks, so fuck him.
Yeah, he does.
And what were we even talking about? The Niners, yeah, they got pressure. They're pressure, but Baker on the Niners would probably be the same scenario because it's a middle of the pack quarterback with a really good team in the NFC, which is a slight advantage. But at the end of the day, if they ran into Jalen Hurts on a bad day, it's going to be a bad day for San Fran. Like people are like talking about, oh, if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, oh,
shut up.
It's like, no, the Eagles were winning that game,
whooping y'all no matter what.
And I'm sorry, the Chiefs would have, Brock Purdy would have been shitting himself if he was playing in a fucking Super Bowl. I don't care how cool, calm, collective, or how good he's played or how good he was. Like, no, bro. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts, you're telling me Brock Purdy's down a touchdown in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. He's driving down the field, converting on a 4th and 1, scoring, tying it up versus the Chiefs like Jalen Hurts did. You're out of your fucking mind. There's no way.
Yeah, definitely not.
There's no chance. And the last team pressured to win a Super Bowl this year,
Baltimore Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens.
The Jets aren't pressured, according to this list.
Before we get to teams that are missed out on this, how do y'all feel about?
We'll talk about the Ravens.
How do y'all feel about pressure on?
I don't really feel like there's pressure.
Oh, there's pressure. They just paid this guy $51 million. You don't think there's pressure? There's pressure on the Eagles, and that's his third-year quarterback. There's a miles ton of pressure on Harbaugh, on Lamar, on the Baltimore Ravens organization. If they don't do well in the playoffs this year, Harbaugh might be fired.
If you said if they don't do well in the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, Harbaugh's job is fine.
That's why there's no pressure, though.
I'm saying Harbaugh made it through those really ugly years.
Yeah.
I think he'd make it. But okay, I think out of all these teams, and let me go back. What was it? It was the Chargers, Niners,
Dallas,
Bills, and Dallas. I think out of all those 5 teams, I think we have the.
I think it goes Bills then Ravens on that list.
Now,
or Bills, Niners, Ravens.
Now, are we one of the most pressured out of those teams? Yes, but I do think we also have the most time out of those 5 teams to get that to get
Your
our
like
shit
your window.
to get our shit
Yes.
together. Because I think the Bills, like we just said, we don't know what's going to happen with the Bills. And then I think this goes for the Chargers, Cowboys, and the Niners. Okay, I'll go with the Niners first. The Niners, if they don't get their quarterback shit figured out, that team's imploding. Everybody's leaving and getting paid and going and
Kittle,
doing whatever.
Debo's leaving. Yes.
If Dak doesn't, or if the Cowboys end up in a rebuilding stage with Trey Lance or something, that team's imploding. CD's going to get paid.
Yep.
He's out. They're out of there.
Dak.
And then the
probably gonna retire.
Chargers, they're gonna give up on Keenan Allen at some point. Mike Williams isn't gonna be good enough to take them anywhere. Justin Herbert is gonna. I mean, he just got paid, so he's gonna do whatever he does. Or the Chargers rebuild and they trade Herbert, and Herbert's worth anything you want to trade for. So whatever.
Yes.
I think the best team with the best window are the Ravens because, to be honest with you,
You got your quarterback situation
we
figured
have our
out.
quarterback situation figured out.
You can always produce a good defense.
We can always produce a good defense.
And
We
a
can
good
always
running
produce a
game.
Good running game. This is the first time we're going to see this type of offense from Baltimore. So to me, I know this could be a crazy bailout, but this is going to be our offense is going to be very experimental. I hate to be that guy, but we are going to be. And maybe it gets great and we catch everybody off guard and it's awesome, but it's also might be 17 games worth of film and something they need to figure out for next year.
I mean, shit, it was an experiment in 2019. It worked.
Yeah,
but
it worked, man. And then it didn't.
For the most part.
In the regular
for the regular season.
It was fun. It was fun for a couple months,
Yep.
and then we got shit on by Derrick fucking Henry. But yeah, no, I do believe we had the best window, the longest window out of those teams. So I just feel like when you're a team like okay, the Eagles could easily say, well, look what we did last year, because they did the second best.
And there's no
thing.
pressure on the Eagles either.
That's what I'm saying. There's no pressure on the Eagles, but when you are considered to be a team who especially won the Super Bowl and you're locked back in and you're loaded back in. Now, okay, let me not be biased, but let's be real. When the Ravens won the Super Bowl, after that,
was there pressure at all? You guys dilapidated your team.
I'm saying everybody left.
Yeah.
We gave Joe a bunch of money. Everybody was like, "Well, that was stupid."
Yeah. The Ravens did not want to win a Super Bowl. They did not want to repeat.
No, dude,
they didn't attempt to repeat.
We went, "Oh, we just won our second Super Bowl and we're not even 20 years old. We're fine for a while."
I think we're good until we find some young guy from Florida.
Yeah, fucking Lamar Jackson.
Then we're going to put a lot of pressure on him.
We get Lamar Jackson, the 32nd pick in the draft. Oh, whoops.
We took a big sweaty ginger over Lamar Jackson. And just hoped that he would drop to 32.
Bro, my laugh was like half funny, half stalling to figure out who you were talking about. And
Hayden Hurst,
like,
dude.
Oh my God, Hayden Hurst. You're talking about Hayden Hurst, who
people forget he was picked before Lamar Jackson. It's nuts.
Yeah. Okay, but also
by the same team.
Also, nobody else picked Lamar.
Fair.
Which, I mean,
but you guys picked someone else and then picked him.
We did, but we also had a starting quarterback. There were a lot of teams who could have used Lamar Jackson week one. And
we would have tore him up like nobody's business, dude. His asshole would have been in fucking Richmond by the time we got done with him, dude. His kneecap would have been far into Timbuktu, dude. He would have been done. Our doctor would have been like, "Yeah, you're good, buddy. Yeah, good. Get back out on the field."
I mean, just
don't even wear a brace. You're good.
Don't wear a brace.
Lawn chair.
Put all your weight on that knee and fuck shit up. How's that sound? I'm Dr. Andrews, and I'm the smartest doctor in the world. Jackass.
This message brought to you by Dan Snyder.
Okay, like I was
saying,
we
hurt people for fun.
If you are a team who just won the Super Bowl and you are reloaded and you're locking back in for a repeat, I think there has to be pressure on you.
Yeah, for sure. There's pressure.
So Eagles, Chiefs.
Bengals, Jets.
I think that's.
Is there Dolphins pressure
I was thinking
to
for
win a Super Bowl?
me
For
personally,
playoff.
no. To make the playoffs, I think there's a lot of pressure to make. I think pressure 100% to make the playoffs.
I think
And
Miami had playoff pressure since they got rid of Brian Flores.
Yes. What's his name? Yale nerdy boy, Mike McDaniels. But you know what's crazy to me?
What's up?
You know who's taking the biggest cop out of all time?
Who?
Bill Belichick.
Oh my God.
No one talks about the Patriots. No one
Okay.
talks about how great a coach Bill Belichick is.
So the Patriots should be the number one answer on this list. They should have been.
No one will ever talk about that ever again. He's getting the biggest cop out of all time.
The Patriots should be okay, but it's two things, Devin. It's either they should have been pressured ever since Brady left, or by now people have accepted one of two things: Belichick isn't that good, or Belichick can't do much with Mac fucking Jones.
Either way.
But maybe people have accepted I
think it's both.
Bill Belichick just he was just there.
Bill's not he's not the reason. Sorry.
No.
Do your job. Do your job.
No, bro, okay, let's be real. That guy isn't sure he might have a crazy defensive mind, but he's not motivating water. He's not motivating ice to melt. I mean, he's not doing anything.
No.
I mean, he's not he's just
now. All right, we can't shit on him. He won 6 Super Bowls.
No. The Patriots won 6 Super Bowls. He was the coach.
Yes. Tom Brady and him won 6. He was doing something correct. No one else won 6 Super Bowls in our lifetime as a coach. No one has won 6 Super Bowls as a coach.
But you can also factually say the best thing Bill Belichick was good at was cheating.
Yeah.
So I
that
mean,
cheat son of a bitch.
At the end of the day, maybe Bill Belichick was just a cheater.
I feel like he was bad at cheating, no?
Well, yeah, I guess
he was good for a little bit and then bad.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
maybe he wanted to get caught.
Here's the thing.
He was like, we'll get caught so people stop talking about it.
So you win 6 Super Bowls, get caught cheating during not even during all those, not all of them, but Deflategate happened, and then you won more Super Bowls after that.
I was talking more of the camera.
But I'm saying all of it, and the cameras, the drones, the stealing of the playbooks, there's a lot. The Deflategate, but you got 6 Super Bowls. You're still the head coach. Did you really? I mean, who cares if you got caught? You're still in the NFL. You got less.
Tom went out and won a Super Bowl.
You got less punishment than Calvin Ridley.
That's
so. I mean,
very true.
I mean, I don't know.
They're taking this betting shit seriously. Goodell should. I don't like him.
Let's be real, bro.
That's a hot take. Goodell. I don't like Goodell.
Jim Harbaugh is getting more punished more than Bill Belichick's ever been.
Dude, Bill.
Oh,
he's letting his little dog run the team.
Can we talk about how crazy it is that the only person that got punished for Deflategate was Tom Brady?
not an equipment manager, still has his job, dude. Tom.
Belichick wasn't even suspended for games. The quarterback for the team was suspended for deflating footballs.
Not the receivers, not the guys catching the balls, just the guy who was throwing the balls.
Is that? I don't know if I just missed a huge conversation during that time, but if it hasn't been had, if it should at least be had real quick now, that has got to be the most ridiculous suspension ever, right?
It's the most corrupt thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, didn't they win the Super Bowl that year?
Yes.
Yes. Tom
Roger
Brady
Goodell
had a 4-game suspension. Jimmy G went 3-1.
Roger Goodell had to hand him
the trophy.
A trophy. The same year he gave him a 4-year suspension for nothing.
4-game, yeah. For nothing.
Nothing.
But literally nothing.
Absolutely nothing. The last thing I want to talk about.
Maybe, was it for kissing his kid? Is that why he got the suspension?
Last thing I want to talk about is this top 10 wide receiver list, man.
Oh,
It's this
fuck.
it's this top 10 wide receiver list. I just want to know
George
y'all feel about it.
Pickens.
Y'all want me to start at 10 or 1?
All right,
10.
where is this list from?
Internet.
Fox Sports.
Twitter. Okay. That's fine.
Okay. You want me to start at
Is
10?
it Colin Cowherd?
No, it's multiple. It's multiple.
It's a
it's a
coagulation
collective.
of.
Okay, you want me to start at 10?
Yes.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, Detroit Lions.
No.
Hold on. I mean, goddamn.
Sorry. It's Amon-Ra, dude.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 9, Deebo Samuel.
Okay.
Number 8, C.D. Lamb.
Okay. Whoa.
Number 7, Cooper Kupp.
Uh,
Number 6, A.J. Brown. Number 5, Stephon Diggs. Number 4, Jamar Chase. Number 3, Devontae Adams. Number
Devontae
2,
Adams at 3.
Tyreek Hill. And number 1,
Jets.
Justin Jefferson. All right.
Amon-Ra should not be 10. I'm saying that already.
So who wants to go first?
I don't know if how much wrong do I see with it? Maybe you go first.
So my wrong is more the order.
That's fair.
If I'm not tripping. So if I'm not
I
tripping.
think everyone but Amon-Ra should be on that list.
So I want to do this. This is the top 10 wide receivers, but I'm looking at it more like what they're going to do next year specifically.
Right.
Because
is this based off of last year's?
Because okay, I don't even have to think that way, but okay. So Jamar Chase, confidently, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson are all better than Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
Confidently?
Yeah.
Okay. I fully disagree with both of you, but okay, and especially let me just throw in the fact that one guy's having Jimmy G throw to him. One guy's having Tua throw to him. None of y'all are taking Josh Allen throwing a Diggs over that at all.
I mean, I don't think it's that part. I think it's how the receivers like get off the line. I think it's how many balls catch kind of thing. I think how many yards. I think it's touchdown.
I mean, yeah. If
I think it's production.
If we want to go and watch film and see how good he gets off the line, sure. But I think, okay, you got a guy who played with Aaron Rodgers his whole career and hasn't done shit so far without him.
Well, no.
Well, he led the league in touchdowns last year.
I don't care. The Raiders
and he had
sucked.
like 1,400 yards.
The Raiders sucked.
No, I know, but he's a wide receiver. He can't do anything.
No. Because if Amari Cooper didn't do shit last year, I don't give a fuck what Devontae Adams did last year. Devontae Adams didn't do shit. I don't care. You had a guy who had Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball his whole career and then went on to play for the Raiders who did absolutely nothing. You have Jamar Chase who has great wide receiver 2 and 3 taking a lot of pressure off his fucking back. You have Tyreek Hill who has only played with Patrick Mahomes, and let's be real, has not done anything with Tua. And if you think he will do something with Tua, you're smoking dick because there's no way he's not doing anything with Tua. Justin Jefferson, okay, sure, I'll take the Justin Jefferson argument, but y'all are why? What's up with Stephon Diggs? Is arguably top 3.
Like I don't have these guys like when it comes to receivers and receiver like talent. These 5 guys are all in a very close. Like next year you could, or this year, I mean, you could jumble up the top 5, and you've got something that's not absurd. You could put Tyreek at 5, Diggs at 3. And Justin Jefferson at 1, and it's a fine.
But see, that's a lot different than confidently saying Stephon Diggs is 5th. You know what I
No,
mean?
I'm not. I'm
I'm
not.
saying when you say no, like he has to be 5, he can't be any higher. But then you also go, but it could be jumbled up. Now I'm like
No, yeah,
confused.
I don't think. Well, like with your argument, how it's like
Like Josh
you've
Allen
got Josh Allen
Josh
throwing him
Allen,
the
and
ball.
I know it's like that obviously has more to do than just the receiver, but at the end of the day, that's going to be the most important factor. Josh Allen throwing to Stephon Diggs compared to Jimmy G throwing to Devontae, Tua throwing to Tyreek. I'll give you sure Kirk and Justin, Burrow and Jamar, whatever. Sure, I still don't know if I'm putting Jamar over Stephon Diggs yet.
I mean that I think that argument's that I think putting Stefan at 4, but I also think like you have to have Justin and Tyreek in that top 3. I don't know if it's Devontae. Like I would keep Devontae Adams
I
over
but bro,
Stefan.
when we're talking complete receiver, I'm putting Diggs and Adams both over Tyreek Hill.
So where are you putting Diggs?
Top 3.
3
3
or 2?
He's not 5. I'm saying that now. He's not fit. I'm like okay, I'm saying when it comes to best receivers, Tyreek Hill is fast. There's nothing else he does better than he doesn't do anything else better than
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs.
I can see that
Tyreek Hill is
because
fast.
that's what he's known. Like you don't ever see Tyreek Hill like running like an insane route. Like you run an insane route
He's
because
running the go
Because you're
route.
fast.
right.
Because it's like
You
sure,
just run by everyone.
maybe like yeah, maybe he runs a good route, but like it's because you're fast. Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs run great routes. Like they're great route runners. They are wide receivers. They are, in my opinion, top 3. And I I I can't give the nod to Jamar yet. I can't put Jamar over Devontae, Jefferson, or Diggs yet. Not yet. It's too early. It's still too early for me.
That's fair.
If and especially if those 3 continue to produce as well as Jamar is, I can't do it yet. It's gotta be once,
All right,
later.
so Jamar or Tyreek? Who's 4 and who's 5?
Jamar.
4?
Jamar's 4, Tyreek's 5.
Fair. Okay. Yeah.
I also don't think AJ Brown should be ranked that high.
No.
AJ Brown had a great year. Played with Philly. It was amazing. That silverware is wild. But I don't know. But I also think, like I said, with Jamar Chase, it is very, very. It's a lot more. Like it's got to be easier to be. It's got to be easier to be a receiver when you also have Devontae Smith on the other side of
Yeah.
the ball running routes. You know what I mean? Compared to when you had your time in, I don't know, Tennessee with Ryan Tannehill.
Tennessee.
Well, Philly's got the 3 Batmans: strong Batman, skinny Batman, fast Batman.
Fat Batman. Don't forget Fat Batman.
I don't think there's a fat Batman.
Jason
What is
Kelce.
the 3 Batman? What is that from? What is that?
You never heard that before?
That's their thing.
No,
That's what
their
they call
thing.
each
Strong
other.
Batman is AJ Brown.
Okay.
Fast Batman is Devontae, right?
No. Fast
that's
is Quez
skinny.
Watkins,
Quez, yes.
Oh,
And then
Skinny
okay.
Batman is
skinny is
Devontae
Devontae.
Smith.
Okay. Is the Cooper Cup hype over?
Hopefully.
I mean, I hope not. I mean, he's
Someone
a triple
had
crown
him
winner.
someone had him as a top 4 receiver all time
But like, okay,
on
is
their
CD?
list. I think it was like Jamar's list or something.
Is CD better than Cooper Cup?
CD should not
No.
be on this list.
Is
No.
Debo better than Cooper Cup?
Where's
This
DeAndre
is-
Hopkins?
That's my problem with this list. Is I love Debo Samuel as a player, but he is not a great standalone receiver.
No, he needs everything else.
He's a great player. Like I would say
Yes.
he's a top 30, 35 player in the league, but he's not necessarily a top 10 receiver.
No.
Like
That's fair.
he's one of the best utility guys ever.
Yeah. No. Where is DeAndre Hopkins?
I mean, based off last year and going into this year, 10.
Okay, based off last year and going into this year, where's your guy?
That's another thing. I was wondering where Terry is. I was
Where
wondering
I would
maybe
say you have to take out Amon-Ra. He should not be anywhere close to this list. CD should not be on this list. I think Terry could be at 10. I think
CD
Hopkins could
CD
be.
CD could push 10. Like I could see 10 CD, 9 Terry.
9 Terry, 8
I
D
think
Hop.
I mean Terry is like I know like earlier like me and you Devin
Yes.
we're talking about the Steelers whatever cool like we're going back and forth but like Brandon thinks Terry McLaurin sucks.
No, I know.
And I know he's not like I'm sure he's not the only person that thinks that. And it's just because like okay, you probably don't watch much Washington football. You know nothing about Washington. You just know like in your eyes like oh they just suck. Like you would never imagine they have a potential top 10 receiver on their team.
Yes.
Right.
But Terry McLaurin would be an easy top 5 with a top 15 quarterback.
For sure.
Most
Thank
likely.
you for saying that.
So yeah, I mean I was gonna if y'all the Washington Commander fans weren't gonna say it, I should have said I'm gonna say it. Terry should be on this list if these names
Like-
are on this list.
Like
Dude,
you
Amon-Ra should
swap
not be anywhere near this list.
you swap AJ Brown and Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin's right where AJ Brown is on this list.
They're different players, but yes.
So is it? So okay, but just how I said who's throwing to you matters. That's exactly why Mike Evans isn't on this list.
That's true.
Evans is
If they were going into this year, Tom Brady's throwing the ball to Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a top 10 receiver.
Yeah.
Now it's we just figured out who our quarterback is. Sorry, Mike. Here's honorable mention. Like that's it. Like nah. Like also, I mean, and I'm looking like DK. Are we? Are we?
I mean, I think DK is better than Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
At the bare
Amon Ra's throwing me off, and CD's good. Devin, I don't think
CD's
he's
good.
as bad as you think. Like I think he could be. He could crack the top 10.
There are so many good receivers that like it's like to really get a true top 10, you have to really, really break it down.
Right.
Because there's so many guys you can throw from 5 to 10.
And also, I don't think you guys are as high on him, but I like his game is Calvin Ridley. I think Calvin
we
Ridley
haven't
could
seen
be
him
on-
in 2 years, but yeah, he could be a great player. And where is he now?
Jacksonville. And that's why I want to see. That's why I want, which is why I was 100% telling you Jacksonville is way better than Pittsburgh. But because Calvin Ridley, I want to see how
You didn't
good.
bring up Calvin Ridley.
Well, no, I brought.
Maybe I was wrong. Was I high earlier? Maybe I was wrong about the Steelers. I don't know. We'll see.
No, I don't want you to.
We're wrong about this.
I don't want you to.
No, I'm not retracting my statements. But it's like
No, but
reading this list, I said Pickens is a top 7. Maybe, probably not.
Yeah, no. Actually, yeah, let's double back on that and talk about how you said George Pickens is going to be a top 7 receiver in the league, and his name wasn't even fucking thought of in this conversation. So
I think at the end of this year he could be top 10.
Okay, sure, but I think you've been like double eliminating a lot of your takes this episode. Like you've been like.
I'm learning. It's
word,
learning,
like,
dude. I'm learning. I
what-
can't stick with one take my whole life.
I know, but the Steelers. I mean, come on. The Steelers.
Who knows?
That shrug. I just want to fucking reach through the screen and just. Oh my god. I want to.
You can touch it anytime, dude. That's fine.
I want to give you who has bad shoulders. I want to give you a fucking. Not Deshaun Watson. I know his shoulders are loose, but I need someone with like bad shoulders. And you just give them to you so you can never shrug again.
John McCain. He can't lift his arm above his head.
Who's that?
Oh, he's dead. Uh-oh. Cut that out.
Wait. How old is he? How old was he?
85.
Oh,
something.
dude, okay. Now you're acting like, oh, we have to retire 6 because Bill Russell died. It's like, come on, bro.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. No,
but I'm saying like you made a
joke.
You made a joke about an 80-year-old dude that died.
No, I wasn't making fun of that he died. I was just saying that he could. I wasn't making fun. He was 81.
No, but I'm saying
he
like
could not lift his arms above his head.
that's what I want. But he could probably still hit this. Like it's like, bro, you really think the Steelers are good? He could probably hit that still. So I don't know. I'm worried. But
You can always do the head.
are we do we want to do some trivia?
I guess. I think this is a good day for me to catch Devin because he's smoking fucking peanuts.
Smoking crazy.
I've been
crazy Pookie. You are off the crazy meth
right now. Let me show my hands.
Show your hands. Prove you're not cheating or anything. So obviously we got 6 questions. Devin, welcome back to trivia. Do you remember what your record was?
6-1.
Wow.
I'll never forget.
Wow. Okay, so you're 6-1. Do you want to guess what Jackson and Brandon's records are right now? The standings?
Jackson's got to be 2-6, 3-6.
What do you think Brandon is?
0-5.
Oh, okay, so Brandon is 3-3. Jackson is 1-7.
Dude, you lost to Brandon?
It was the most.
First of all, can we stop? Okay,
trivia.
The guy's a co-host on the podcast. He's not dumb. He can guess like he can guess like Brett Favre. Like he can. Which okay, credit to Brandon and Jackson. Even if you don't want to admit it, you got to admit it. Crazy comeback last episode.
On trivia?
He was down 11 going into the last question.
Jackson.
And pulled out. It was like most passing touchdowns from 2000 to 2009 or something like that. And like he pulled a McNabb guess. He was like, bro, like, what about like McNabb? And then he was like,
no.
and then he's like, oh, like, and then he's like, an easy answer that they both missed. He's like him. I was like, and then he tied it up, and then he won in overtime. So
that's
I mean,
nuts.
You gotta hand it to him. Jackson's, but you know.
So they missed the number 2 guy.
Yeah, which it was the what was it? Was it most? I think it was most passing yards, from 2000 to 2009. I think that's what the question was. But we got 6 questions today. Devin 6-1, Jackson 1-7, Brandon not here, but he is 3-3. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Devin, welcome back. Guess first.
4.
10.
The number was 2. Devin, I'm going to give you the option to hear the question and then decide if you want to go first or pass. The question is, the top 5 players with the most rushing yards from 2010 to 2019.
Pass.
Okay.
I don't know. That sucks. Fuck.
All right. LaShawn McCoy.
Shady McCoy is the number 1 answer with 10.4 thousand rushing yards.
What?
Back, Devin. Time to get fucked.
Yeah. Shady
All
was a dog.
right. Well, here we are. Talking about Shady McCoy. Fuck. Is it my turn? I don't even know what I'm...
It is your turn. You got 2, 3, 4, and 5 still left. Same amount of strikes. I'll give you a hint. They played from 2010 to 2019.
Holy shit. I didn't even fucking know
There
what
you go.
years we were talking about.
Or they played at some point during that time to get enough yards to be on this list.
Impressive. Thank you. Adrian Peterson.
AP is tied with Frank Gore for the second highest answer with 9.7 thousand yards.
Welcome back, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
That's a short.
No, please don't ever clip that.
That's a fucking TikTok right there. Welcome back.
All right, what about...
Sorry.
What about DeMarco Murray?
DeMarco Murray is tied with Mark Ingram for the 4th highest answer with 7,000 rushing yards.
What the nutsack?
Wow, what a sniper. Okay, we got 5 and 3 still available.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch is tied with Matt Forte with 7.7 thousand yards, third highest.
Is 5 tied with anyone?
5, it's 2. 2 tied, yep.
Arian Foster.
He is not on this list.
Ooh.
Which
I thought he was in outer space.
Didn't even think of him. Bro's such a weirdo.
We're not going to get into Arian Foster.
I know.
There will be yelling.
There will be, but we're all gonna be in agreement. But like, just angry, God. Oh God.
Oh, Ray Rice.
He's not on this list either.
Ah, dang it.
For some reason, I just want to call back. I'm still like, why did you come for Tim Tebow so hard? I mean, Jesus Christ,
yeah, I don't
dude.
know. I was just upset.
I mean, oh my God, that really like.
No, all right, I watched that documentary, and it was just Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow.
Okay, but no.
It was just like it was.
But and
all right, we'll talk about it.
We're gonna talk about Swamp Kings in depth, and I took a lot of notes, and maybe you guys will hate that we're gonna talk about it that much, but I do believe that. Yes, Tim Tebow is gonna talk about religion no matter what, but I feel like they kept it to a very minimum.
No, I didn't care about the religion. It was like
I think there was more.
All right, for me, it was just him being like, we knew we had to be a good team. So you know what we did? We went out and tried our best.
Okay,
because
but at the same time,
I was like, all right,
okay, at the same time, okay, those type of nitpicks are funny because I was doing the same thing. Like Urban Meyer's like, he's like, so now we got Ole Miss. So we played Ole Miss, and then it just cuts. It just cuts to just the Ole Miss game. Like it's just like
exactly
okay. It's like,
you're like that's not even
which
significant.
It's like okay, but like to be honest, I saw more like the team prayers than Tim Tebow talking about religion.
Yeah, no, it was the whole
like,
team was sort of religious.
I'm sure you know every football team they got that religious thing for some reason, whatever. But anyways, we'll get into the Swamp Kings next episode.
Yes, but number 5, we're giving Jackson too much time. Jackson, yes.
Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles is not on this list. You guys are giving great answers though. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt, man. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt, man. We got the WWE.
Oh, that's a great shirt.
We got the WWE
that's
shirt
a cool
on,
shirt.
man. We got the no Bray Wyatt shirt on. Sorry. It wouldn't have came in time, anyways.
Trying to think.
Get it wrong so we can get a hint.
Nah. Rather not.
I mean, just guys from 2010 to 2019.
Just guys being dudes. Maybe it's someone more recent. Can I get a yardage? I know it was
6.4 thousand.
Okay. So like a couple productive seasons.
You know what maybe this is off the air conversation, but I don't know. Just like production. I don't care, but I hear crickets, and I've started to realize I don't hear crickets down here in Florida. Like ever. I'm thinking about it. Like I don't.
It's too hot for them. They're in the ground.
No, you guys just eat them. That's your guys' breakfast. That's lunch. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You guys are like, I'm a cricket boy. Breakfast. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know.
Oh God! Can we just?
What's this going on here?
What's the answer? What's the
breakfast?
Answer to this?
Okay, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Mikey, you might need to get rid of that one.
Good fucking God.
What do you got, Devin?
I can't even think, dude. Fucking.
Was it that bad?
Bro, it was, yeah.
Like,
Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke's not on this list.
What?
It was that bad?
It was.
It wasn't
bro,
great.
just do it again real quick. Just do it again. Just have him cut it.
No, I can't. I don't even know if I can do it, dude.
Yes, you can't. Mikey, bro. He goes, all right, you can't say that on the pod, but you can do back fist.
I went full stinky eye.
I don't know what's so wrong with that. Maybe I gotta play it back and watch it, but
Yeah, no, I did the whole thing. Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Y'all want a hint?
Yes.
What could the hint be? So
There's
the
two
hint-
players, you said?
So the easy hint would be the easy hint that's not going to help much would be both these guys played for multiple teams.
That helps.
One of these guys won a Super Bowl. One of these guys did not win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
I want to say one stayed in the AFC their whole career and one bounced back and forth. I want to say one won multiple Super Bowls.
Okay.
LeGarrette Blunt.
Fuck! Why did you say multiple Super Bowls? Did you get it after that, or you had it before?
No, I had that.
Okay.
I mean, I had that guess. I don't know
When
right,
he said
like,
multiple teams, and then he said one of them won a Super Bowl, it was LeGarrette all day. Is it
Okay.
LeGarrette?
It is.
Okay.
Y'all have any interest in just guessing for no points and who the other one is?
no, just tell us.
I have
Chris
no idea
Johnson.
who that could be.
Oh, CJ2K. Okay.
Oh,
It's Chris
balls.
Johnson. Chris Johnson. Yep. All right, Devin. Your question. The most passing touchdowns from 2000 to 2009.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is the second highest answer with 262 touchdowns.
Brady.
Tom Brady is the third highest answer with 225
Thank
touchdowns.
you for saying that. Thank you so much, because I fucked up big time. Peyton Manning, sorry.
Peyton
Jesus
Manning is
Christ.
the number one answer
Number one.
with 314 touchdowns.
Oh. Now we're getting into some weird territory. Probably not, actually.
We got 4 and 5 still available. 2000 to 2009. Quarterbacks. Touchdowns.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is the fifth highest answer with 202 touchdowns.
Warner?
Kurt Warner is not on this list.
Damn, that's stupid.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers is not on this list. This guy played, I want to say strictly NFC. I want to say, I believe strictly NFC. Multiple teams. I think NFC. Just NFC. If he played a year in the AFC, it's some year that shit. I don't know if any of us would have remembered. I don't know.
McNabb?
That is the answer. 208 touchdowns.
That's absurd.
Yeah, I
don't
Philly
think he
and
played for
Washington.
Philly and Washington.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only two I could think of. All right, Jackson. Now, I'm sorry because I'm sorry because sometimes
what 90s fucking thing is it?
No. Sometimes I feel bad asking questions where the number one answer is super obvious and it's not fair to the other person. But that's the game. That's the game, which is very true. So I need the most triple doubles all time.
Randy Orton.
Russell Westbrook, 198 triple doubles is the number one answer.
Okay.
But the reason Oscar Robertson is the second highest answer. The reason I still went with this is because y'all know the other ones.
Yes.
Harden.
Who?
Harden.
James Harden is not on this list.
Who else has triple dubs? So we know these people.
Oh yeah, y'all know him.
Braun.
LeBron is the fourth highest answer, tied with Jason Kidd, 102.
Will Chamberlain.
Wilt is not on this list.
Doubles, maybe. Not triples. Mm, I don't
We got
know. Dude.
3
Fuck.
and 5 still available.
Magic.
Magic is the third highest answer with 138. Number
That was.
5
I did
still
not think
available.
that
2
was.
strikes for
I didn't think he
Jackson.
was that high up there.
Yeah, he was getting some triple doubles.
Any guy who gets a lot of assists has a chance.
Yeah.
But any guy who rebounds doesn't have a chance to get 10 assists.
Just number 5.
I'm gonna go fucking Stockton.
John Stockton is not on this list. Third and final X. Back to Devin.
I still have 2, no?
You have no strikes.
Ooh. Um. Jason Kidd's up there.
Jason Kidd is up there.
That's crazy.
10.
AI?
AI is not on this list.
That was just a shot in the dark.
You should take like 2 more shots in the dark.
Yeah. 2?
What you mean?
Is he number 2?
I mean no.
Okay.
I don't really know who you were.
I'm eliminating Kyrie Irving.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think he was there anyway.
The rebound machine. Kyrie
Yeah.
Irving.
Boards. Son.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess that's your second strike.
The round mound of rebound, Charles Barkley.
And that is your third strike.
That's my third. That's my second.
You ran out of time.
Who? Me?
I mean, you want me to give you another 10 seconds?
Wait, I thought Jackson was guessing.
No, he has 3 strikes.
Strikes are gone, bro.
It's just been you.
I was waiting
guessing.
on Jackson to guess.
We're waiting on you.
Guess.
Y'all were waiting on me.
So Charles
Guess.
Barkley's your guess.
That was my second guess,
So
and
what's your
then
third
I don't
guess?
know who.
I was about to say, yeah, we've been just waiting on you.
Oh, I'm fucking dumb. I thought we were waiting on. I thought Jackson had 2 strikes.
He's got 3.
I don't know. Bill Russell.
Number 5 is Jokic. 105.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. All right. Next is Devin is going first. I need the 5 players with the most 30-point games in NBA history.
Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain is the third highest answer with 516.
Oh, I don't like that answer.
LeBron.
LeBron is the second highest answer with 534.
Mike.
Mike is the number 1 answer with 562.
His average is
Kobe.
30.
Who?
Kobe.
He is number 5 with 431.
And Harden at 4?
No Harden.
No Harden.
No Harden. No Harden.
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone is the
Stop
fourth
bringing up-
highest answer with 435 30-point games.
Are you cheating?
He's a points leader, bro. He's like top 6 in points.
All right.
It's top 6 in...
Next. He's top 6 on a lot of things. All right,
We're not...
Jackson.
I don't want to say anything about the guy.
I need the 5 quarterbacks who were sacked the most.
Favre.
Brett Favre is number 4 with 525.
Tom Brady.
All right. Well, we have 2, 3, and 5 still available.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino is not on this list.
Peyton Manning's.
Peyton Manning is not on this list.
What?
We tied? You should give us a hint.
You guys are tied. A hint. I mean, I'd say 2 of these guys were more known for their 21st century play, and the other is more known for their 20th century play.
Okay.
John Elway.
John Elway is number 5 with 560
Great
sacks.
guess.
Not really. It's a fucking 5.
So I'm saying it's great because we're playing against each other. Thank you, boy. B-Rob. Ben Roethlisberger.
Big Ben is the second highest answer, 554.
Thank you.
We got number 3 still available.
Great guess, Kevin.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers is not on this list.
River Phillips, baby. Drewski Breezes.
Drew Brees is not on this list.
Ugh.
You guys are tied with 2 strikes.
All right, hint. Let's go.
This hint I could give. Man, what hint could I give for this guy? I mean, I really don't know what hint I could give for this guy.
What league did he play in? What division? What AFC?
Really, any of it's going to give it away. For the most part, NFC.
Okay.
Okay, most part NFC and still active.
Is it my turn?
It's Jackson's.
It's Jackson's turn.
Bro. Aaron.
Thank you. I was about to say,
Aaron
if he didn't
is
get
the
that,
third
I would have
highest
shat
answer
my
with
pants.
503 sacks. I was gonna say you're scaring me there. I didn't know if you were gonna say it. But we do have the final.
I was
question.
afraid.
How many points am I down right now?
How many points
No,
are
don't
you
tell him.
down?
We're not doing points.
Why?
Yeah.
We're not doing points.
Why? Okay, I want to know why you want to know and why Devan doesn't want you to know.
I don't want to know.
I
When I play golf, I don't look at my score. I don't want to know.
I'll look at my score every single round.
Yeah, and that's why you suck.
I would have to add it up, but I mean, it's not like I think it's still within reach.
All right.
We had the most passing touchdowns from 2010 to 2019.
My turn or Jackson's?
I believe Devan, you're going first because
Jackson went first, so I go
wait,
now.
wait. Who went?
Jackson. Jackson.
I think I did.
You went first. Okay, yeah. You
Okay.
went first. Your first guess was okay, okay.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is the second highest answer with 316.
That's fair.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is
Third.
the third highest answer.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees
Number
is
one.
the number one answer.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers is the fourth highest answer.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan is the fifth highest answer.
Way to clear the board, Big Jack.
Way to
Shut
clear
up.
the.
Shut up.
Um,
Shut up.
okay, let me. You guys can talk amongst yourself while I add up this score.
I don't even want to. Why would I want to talk to this guy?
I don't know why you want to talk to me. I just whooped his ball sack, dude.
He's ugly. He fucking smells.
I do,
He makes a lot of gay jokes.
which are suggestive.
Yeah. We know. This just trivia thing it's just not cut out for me, bro.
It's really not. See, what's his name? Brandon. He was like, bro, I'm not good. He's like, I can't remember things. Trivia is just not my thing. I just don't know.
But I mean,
Kicking Jackson's ass.
I feel like that's an easy thing to say when you lose, but like,
That's what I'm saying.
but like, if you win, you won't feel that way.
But I'm not winning.
Okay, but like,
You beat me once.
okay, but like, here's the thing: you only like in both of y'all barely got any strikes this whole.
But
round of
that's not the
trivia.
point, Mikey. The point is to win.
I know, but if
And the
okay,
point is that Jackson misses on that first person a lot.
and that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like okay, instead of guessing number 1 first, you guess number 3 first, and it's not like you're if you were
But I
striking
just
out.
guess the first person that comes to mind.
If you struck out every single time and you just never got any right, I'd be like, yeah, maybe we should cut the trivia. But y'all be like, y'all guess answers.
He knows him. He just doesn't know the order.
Yeah. Type shit.
All right. How much did I win by?
I'm still fucking punching numbers in. Y'all distracted me. Y'all gotta keep talking.
Yakety 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 yak.
Well, something coherent so people don't fucking leave.
They're long gone, dude. After I did that freaking thing, they've been gone, dude. They're like, my brother, he has a disability.
With a final score of 54-35, Devan wins, going 7-1.
That's the most points I've ever had.
That might be the most points.
That's the most points I've ever had. Shut up.
Shut up.
I wish I just shut up.
How about you shut up? How many points did we even leave on the board? Not much.
Not much. I mean, I'm looking. You guys left 1 point for Jokic. That's
What's
literally
15
it.
times 6?
That's it. That's
yeah,
it.
we left 1 point.
That's the one thing. That's what I'm saying. This thing isn't cut out for me. You guys just missed one question on the whole entire fucking thing.
No, Devin missed one question.
No,
I missed 5.
Okay, but okay, let's okay. I mean, if you want me to go down the list, first question, you got 1, 2, 3 of them right. Second one, you got 2 of them right. Third one, you got 3 of them right. Fourth one, there was that most triple doubles of all time. You got the top answer. Nothing else after that. The fourth one, you got 3 of them right. The last one, you got 2 of them right. It's not like Devin blew you out. It's just happened to be 1 was 1, 1 was 3, 1 was 2.
I did blow him out.
I don't want you to be discouraged, Jackson. I want you to come back.
I'm discouraged.
I want you.
I'm majorly discouraged.
I want you to come back next
That's
episode.
not the only time someone said that after I've
beaten them.
Never mind.
I don't know, but no, I want you to come back next episode, and I want you to beat the shit out of Devin in trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research, dude. You
That's
know all
what
the questions.
That's what I want you to do. But all right, I think it's time to wrap it up. Devin, thank you for making this a fucking long ass podcast.
There's no way I made this a 3-hour podcast.
You did. You came back, and we just had to talk to you for this long. So we are here. We are still here. We will be back on Tuesday with a brand new episode. Is there anything y'all want to say before we get out of here?
No.
Jackson.
No, fuck you. That's it. Don't say nothing.
Get my fucking name out your fucking mouth. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good pod. Stuff happens. I don't know.
Well,
Go Lizzo.
Fuck Lizzo. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of On It. Make sure you stay tuned. Brand new episodes every Saturday and Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday to talk more NFL, talk maybe some NBA if we feel like it, some more off the record, some more trivia, and we're gonna be talking about that Swamp King. So, yeah, I think that's it. It has been me. It has been Jackson. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Eat more chicken.